to your daily dose of dragon feather. We are back. I'm so excited. Today we are going to be doing our first stream, channeling Rosie just by herself. This video was prompted because we talked a little bit about it yesterday, about how love's an element and not like a feeling or not like a what's it called? It's not an action, it's not a choice, it is an element. So if you are super excited to get in today's video, please grab a snack, grab a drink, get cozy, grab a plushie where you won't be disturbed, or watch with your friends, whoever, you know, we're all welcome here. But I am drinking, of course, the Alive. You know, I'm obsessed with the Alive, okay? It's delicious. You should try it sometime. But yeah, so this is what I'll be drinking for today. And we are basically just going to, I'm going to like basically kind of give like a basic overview of like how love is an element, and then we'll get into the channeling of this. So pray, hello, welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. It's been a minute since I've seen you. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, so we are going to kind of break this open. For those of you guys who don't know, I have a fairy dragon guardian that I work with named Rosie, and she will be the guardian that we are working with today. Rosie Sterling BB, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. Today we are talking about how love is an element, like earth, air, fire, or water, spirit, you know, whatever, and how my fairy dragon guardian was the one who really shared this information with me. So today we're going to kind of deep dive into love being an element and how you can use love as an element, and then we're going to channel Rosie so you guys can ask your questions to Rosie. I will just let you guys know, I have to do this in all my videos now. I really don't want to say this, but this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, entertainment purposes only, okay? This is... That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Entertainment purposes only. Okay? So don't take it too seriously. It's just, we're having fun here, okay? Like, just chilling, Hey, Sleep Holly, what's up, back in? Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. I'm so excited today. David Westlake, welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Yay, Rosie! Captain Planet shows love is an element. Oh, I've never heard of that show, but that makes me really happy because it really is an element. Robert Hutchinson, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. Rock on, how you doing? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm so excited for today's video. We're gonna talk about love in a second. But before we get going, cheers, family. I hope you're having a great day. I'm just gonna drink my little drinky drink. It's super fizzy. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, let us get into it. Okay. So, I really love, what's it called? I really love working with fairy dragons, and I would say that, like, let me just give you a basic overview of like just what Rosie is allowing me to share with you guys. Rosie has been a dragon that I met through purchasing a crystal. Actually, she was attached to a little rose quartz dragon that I found. And when I went to this crystal store in Washington, I grabbed my little crystals and left with my friends. And then as I was about to get in the car, my heart felt like I had to go back in and buy this like rose quartz dragon. So I did. Brought her home, meditated with it, and that's how I met Rosie. And Rosie has been one of my primary dragon guardians ever since then. Nightmare Fuel Studios! Hello! Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Isinator, hey! Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Robin Swallows, cheers from Utah. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. And Dior, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. Yes, we're channeling a different dragon today. So exciting. Yes, we are. I just want to let you know, Rosie's like big sister energy. Pickle Chips is like troll energy. Okay. So this one, like Rosie gives tough love sometimes, but she's usually like the only like really truly like like nurturing dragon that I have, okay? Like in the sense that like if I'm emotionally a mess, like she's gonna take it seriously, where like my other dragon guardians sometimes just feel your shit, bitch. You know? So I guess in that regard she feels a little angelic, right? But she is not an angel dragon, she's a fairy dragon. And all that means is she's dragon and fairy. A little bit of both in there, you know? Very small. Very respectful, very demure. She's very demure, okay? So, with that being said, why is love an element? Why is love an element? Can anyone in the peanut gallery tell me? Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. I think peanut gallery is a racist term. Let me not use that. Is anyone in the audience, I should say, in chat, I should say, does anyone in the chat know why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because water, earth, fire, air, spirit, light, darkness, maelstrom, wood, metal, etc. They all have one thing in common. That they, what? Are used as building blocks to create things. Let me cook. Love is an element because falling in love is actually not only with yourself but with other people too, like love in general, right? In the name of Charlie Brown Peanut Gallery, LOL, Robert Hutchinson, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. But basically, look, love in the way that Rosie has really showed me is an element and not a feeling or an action or a choice. It is a practice because it is based in the creative care of not only you, but your loved ones. And love is a force, okay? And this is why it also is considered an element, is what Rosie tells me, okay? Because water is a force, okay? Earth is a force, okay? Excuse me. Air is a force, fire is a force. Excuse me. So let me take it a little bit further for you guys, and then we'll get into the channeling, right? So I'm sure you guys have heard of love spells before. Have you? Have you? Have you guys heard of fire spells before? Have you heard of earth spells and air spells? I'm pretty sure sadness spells don't have the same ring that love spells have. Last time I checked, confidence spells don't have the same weight that love spells do. And I think I just gotta let Rosie speak for the rest of this because she is the star of the show today. I am just here to channel her for you guys. So if you guys are new here, this is how I do my channeling practice. I will do a breathing technique or a breathwork technique that was taught to me by my dragon guardians that we call the dragon's breath. It's 2 really quick inhalations or 2 deep inhalations through the nostrils and 1 long exhale through the mouth, okay? And you repeat it as fast and as deeply as you can to oxygenate your body as quickly as possible to open up your channel, okay? So you are more than welcome to join along with me if you want, but you do not have to. You can just watch and be entertained. So with that being said, let us get started. Ready? Okay. Hey, Alex Turnbell, welcome back to your Daily Dose of Dragon Feather. We are doing our dragon breath to start channeling Rosie, so I hope you're excited. Ready? Okay, let's get in the zone, my friends, and let's begin. One made me sweat a little bit. Crown Fox Productions, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. I've done this breathing technique a few times and it makes me lightheaded, as it should. That means you're not oxygenated enough. You need to breathe more, bitch. Sorry, I'm dropping to say hi, but before I go on Fiance's channel, oh, that's so fun. But brightest blessings on this blue moon night, and I'll watch this later. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Lunar Rainbow, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. You guys popped in at the perfect time because we are jumping into the Rosie. Jumping into the Rosie channel. All right, so if you guys have questions for Rosie, now is the time to ask. Hi, Mystic Eros, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. Okay, let's see. All right, we're going to try and tap into Rosie here because channeling, I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. Out of all the guardians that I work with, my primary dragon guardians that I channel, I need you guys to know that Rosie is the hardest, okay? She is quiet. She doesn't like to say a lot, okay? She doesn't like to share a lot, but when she wants to, she goes hard, okay? So we're gonna do our best to see if we can get her to come through because, you know, last time we had Rosie, I was channeling Rosie, Pickle Chips, and Monte. We want to get Rosie the fucking spotlight today, okay? So, let's see. My darling Rosie, let's see. Do you have any messages for us hatchlings today about how love is an element? Like I said, she's quite quiet. I mean, I feel her around. She's just like, sometimes you have to like ask the right questions or like not so general questions, right? How about I ask a better question, Rosie? How can the hatchlings and I utilize love as an element within our practices? Ooh, she's coming in strong now. She says, we must erect an altar to honor ourselves. An altar to erect images of your successes, to do workings of banishing hateful ideologies, hateful patterns, and hateful conditionings that hurt you and the ones you love, and get really comfortable with surrounding yourself with your own loving energy. Your aura is your love or your hate. What do you want it to be? Love is an element because it is the force that surrounds you, the force that connects you, the force that creates you. I love you, Rosie. I'm so excited. Rosie, how do I know who really, truly loves me? Lunar Rainbow, that is such a fucking good question. Rosie, how do we know that someone really, truly loves us? Love is not a game. Love is not a push and pull. Love is not a runaway. Love is a sacrifice. Love is a sacrifice of things that you do naturally that may hurt the ones that you love, but it's free to stop to make them feel better. Love is consideration. Are you considered? Are you considered? Do they move in a way where they think about your feelings? Do they move in a way where they think about your space and your safety? Or do they move in a way where they think about themselves? Love, real true authentic love between human beings is actually an inside job. Believe it or not, little ones, it is an inside job. The love you experience from someone else is interpreted in a certain way because of your conditioning. The love you give to another, they interpret in a way because of their own conditioning. The law of paradox will show you that when you are in harmony or in a union or in a coupling, it is two individuals experiencing their own realities with the illusion of being together. But the real love comes when the two individuals are connected as one, co-regulating each other, co-creating with each other, and co-sacrificing with each other. People don't just walk away when they love you. People don't just walk away when they love you. When people love you and you're struggling, that's when they get closer. When people love you, truly love you, and they can't love themselves or they can't care for themselves, there will never be a capability for full expression of the potential of love. But love can be there nonetheless. People think true love has to be black or white, and it is nothing more than messy. Which is why you must cultivate your love for yourself. You want the most powerful, earth-shattering, romantic, heart-ablazing, star-crossed love of your life? Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Stop seeking love outside of you, please. Please. The more you love yourself, the more people who love you will find you easier, please. Evangeline Moonrise. But what if they say you are too much? What if someone you love or someone who loves you say you are too much? It means they don't know how to allow the intense emotions to run on their nervous system, so they run away. That's interesting. I just had to cut off my foster mom out because she was in wow, I need to try that again. Okay. Why can't I read? I just had to cut my foster mom out of my life because she wasn't respecting me. She was calling me my dead name, and it made me cry and hurt and sad. Oh, Raven Blackwood, that's so fucking stupid. People see, and I heartbroken. Of course you are, Raven. That's so heartbreaking. Like, Rosie is giving me like exactly what I mean by to be loved is to be considered. The people who really love you will use the name that you want. They will, and it won't be too much. Not at all. Not at all. Powerful channeling. Thank you, Rosie. Aw, Andrew McKinney, welcome to you. How do we find self-love if we had a loveless childhood? How can we develop that inner love for ourselves? Rosie, how do we develop that inner love for ourselves if we were void of it in childhood? Become your own family. Become your own mother, become your own father, become your own brother, your own sister, your own grandparents, your uncle, your aunt, all the different versions and faces of you. When you close your eyes, you should see a family made of all the different faces of you. Oh man, I might cry like a baby because Rosie just gets me like that. How do I bring more love into the world? Rosie's saying by allowing yourself to embody more love for you, especially for the parts and the qualities of yourself that you deem undesirable. You must love them anyway, because the qualities that are deemed undesirable, either by you or by others, is actually the key to your superpower. People are crazy in this live right now. It says, why do bad things keep happening to me, yet good things almost never happen to me? And I honestly do so much to grow, heal, love, forgive, and give back what little I have. Violet Mays, that's a really good question. You're doing too much, sweetheart. Ooh, I'm sorry, Violet. It's, I'm getting this visual of you trying so hard. Like you're doing too much to have what you put out into the world be reciprocated. Stop caring. Like, ooh, that sucks. Like, this is a lesson I've been getting in my life too. It's another law of paradox lesson, but this one comes from Rosie because it's in terms of love and human like relationship connection. This has been a lesson that I've been working on with Rosie recently, and I think she wants me to share with you a little bit more than I normally would because it's so relevant. So in our lives, we often forget that there cannot be light without darkness. And sometimes that darkness will look like you being selfish about your time, your space, your energy, and it will also look like not caring about what other people think about you. It will look like, I don't care if people don't like me anymore. I don't care whatever happens to me because I know that I love myself enough to follow my heart, to follow my guidance, and that's all that matters, and I have faith in that. But sometimes, in order to produce the best, most loving outcome in the external reality, you have to do some questionable things on your internal reality first. Some of the thoughts you may have, in order to get that really beautiful, brilliant, loving, light outcome, some of the thought processes that you have, some might consider evil, selfish, cruel, bitchy, even. But it's because you guys are so conditioned to give your power and your love away to everybody else. It's literally the same thing as worshiping a god outside of you. You give love to someone outside of you, you give your power away to them. If you give your love to someone outside of you before you give love to yourself, imbalanced. Same way with your deities. If you give your deities power before you give yourself power, imbalanced. If you give yourself power before you give your deities power, balanced. Kind of liked that one actually. But my friends are my family. Day program is my family, and they make me happy, and they call me by my real name, Raven Blackwood. Dude, that's amazing. Choose to be balanced. You can still want good things, but you also have to accept that bad things come with it. Exactly, Evangeline Moonrise. I'm getting this visualization of Rosie, from Rosie, like, it's like flowers blooming over the most disgusting, darkest, horrifying, traumatizing images or realities you could even think of. And what this symbolism is giving me is that two things. One, no matter how dark it gets, you'll always find love. And two, if you know where to look, and if you can, fix your eyes to look for the love, you'll always find it. And two, if you choose to perceive your reality as every experience being full of love, be it soft love or tough love to help you grow for your highest good, you will glow up in a way unknown by everyone else around you. You will become the light, you will become the example, you become the leader by default. Some might not like that, but that's not your fucking business, is it? Your business is to love yourself, to put your love into your space. What do you love to do? Azura loves to have beautiful altars, but she has not set them up in her space because she is struggling with self-love. But you guys have to understand that your self-love journey is not a straight up shoot. It's a cyclical cycle of ups and downs. Sometimes you'll just see something on the internet that'll knock you back 10 years of progress with your self-love journey. But there's also something that you might see on the internet that'll knock you 10 years ahead of your self-love journey. The choice is yours to consume what you want. The choice is yours to be who you want, to love who you want. But if you choose to love others and give your energy and your love power away to other people before you put your love power into you, guess what's gonna happen? Over time, you're gonna start to become angry. You're going to become resentful. You're going to become ugly. Heavy, hard, blackened hearts. Stingy, stuffed up, leaking auras. When you give your love power away to other people first, that is what's waiting for you. Do not make that your reality, please. POV, are you a channeler? Yes, welcome POV to your daily dose of dragon feather. Today we are channeling one of my dragon guardians. She's a fairy dragon named Rosie. I've been working with her almost for 10 years, I would say. But she is a fairy dragon that helps me work with the element of love in my craft. I need Rosie to elaborate on her hatred of pewter. A lot of my amulets are pewter and my altar chalice is pewter. Do all the fae hate pewter or just Rosie? Or do they hate certain grades of pewter? Interesting. What's this pewter propaganda bullshit, Rosie? Rosie is saying that if you were a fairy princess, would you want low-grade metals? Rosie, I don't think I'm allowed to say that on live. Please don't get mad at me when I say this, okay? This is like, might be kind of racist, but Rosie said that like fairies are like Arab girls. We love gold. I'm sorry if that was offensive. She wanted me to say it. How do I build a better connection with my spirits? Daily, daily, daily practice. Start with meditation or start with divination if it's easier for you to use like cards or something, and get a journal and write your intention before you do your practice, then do your practice, and then document your practice afterwards. So higher grade letters are fine, pewter's not letters. I mean, Rosie's like gold. And for Rosie, rose gold. You really want to make the fairies happy, rose gold. And do we all have spiritual protectors? Yes. Rosie is saying that part of being a human being embodied, you have to understand that when you're in the human vessel, you are a child of the earth, right? You belong to Mother Nature, right? And Mother Nature provides you not only with the guardians of your bloodline, but she also provides you with the guardians of your happen to be birth, right? And along the way, along your journey, you might pick up other guardians along the way. But everybody has a spirit team. It's part of being a human. And even if human beings don't subscribe to spirituality or like, what's it called? Or if they're like atheist, or if they even just like practice a monotheistic religion, excuse me, the reality is that everybody's surrounded by spirits, even if it's just the spirits of your loved ones that have passed or your ancestors that have passed. They're always watching over you. Okay? They're always watching over you. Seems like it's just a preference and that they don't see the same as iron, if I'm reading her vibe correctly. That's kind of what I'm getting, Nightmare Fuel Studios. Me and my friends are going to hang out September 14th. We're going to have a girls' day out and we're going to have fun. And they know I'm transgendered woman and they accept me. Raven, that's so amazing. Like, I'm just like so happy to hear that because like, I know like, from what I've seen online, just like how scary it can be to find like a group of people that accept you for who you are, especially after you transition. So like, lean into that, you know? Like, I know it might suck that your mom might not have received you that way, but guess what? You have friends that love you and accept you, and that is such a blessing, like such a blessing, you know? And see what's going on in the rest of this chat. I was lost in my practice for so long and honestly had never really felt called to work with any deities, but everything changed for me when I was called to work with Aphrodite. Hell yeah, Mystic Eros. That's really cool. You just got your ears pierced, Raven. That's sick. Love is absolutely an element. Hell yeah, it is. One of my favorite. I'm sorry, Rosie, but I love my altar chalice and it's not going anywhere. Rosie said she's not your dragon guardian, so she doesn't care. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it really just depends, you know, like my dragon guardians, when it comes to things like that, they're just like, it's like a personal thing. Like you should just ask the guardians you're working with, like Like, what would you like, you know? Like, what would be good? Like, look. Like, I literally have a little pewter chalice myself, right? Right? Here's mine. Okay? Pewter chalice, okay? But, what does it say? It says, yeah, web pewter. Yeah. I mean, it's nice, you know? What the hell? Opinions on cleaning my room, Rosie? Rosie. Cleanliness is next to godliness. If you want love to really fill your house and your home, create space for it to live in every corner, every crevice. Every time you clean your space, put love into every single part of it. Talk to your house. Tell your house you love it. Say thank you to the spirit of the house for keeping you safe, for keeping you warm, for keeping you clothed, for keeping you clean, and for keeping your family together. You know? Have you ever fallen in love with a house? Have you ever fallen in love with a crystal? Have you ever fallen in love with a flower? You know? Pewter is a metal. Yes, it is. It is a metal. Mine looks similar to yours, but bigger and with Celtic patterns. And oh, that's cool! How am I supposed to work with my spirit team if I'm not allowed to put any love into my connection with them until they deem that I love myself enough? Oh, that's not how that works. I'm sorry if I what's it called? If I said that in a confusing way. Let me try and clarify that. So Rosie is saying our guardians are of us as much as we are of them. Even your gods and goddesses, as much as that might sound kind of strange to you, you have to understand that it is a symbiotic relationship with your spirit teams. You pour energy, you pour adoration. Some of you may worship them, or you're devoted to them. You may do, altars or things like that for them, offerings, things like that for them. That uplifts them. And in turn, they give you guidance. In turn, they give you protection. In turn, they give you magic. In turn, they give you wisdom. And that's how they elevate and pour into you. And so when you look at that, it's actually like an infinity symbol, right? You're pouring into them, they're pouring into you, you're pouring back into them, they're pouring back into you, and it goes and it goes and it goes. If you have to start from getting love from your spirit team first, so you can use that as the catalyst to fill yourself and imbue yourself with love to give back, that is where you start. When Azura found me, she hated herself. She really did. She hated herself, she hated her life, she hated the man she was with, she hated her identity, she hated everything. Except maybe her crystals. And her dragons. And the hatchlings, obviously. But she did not like her life. No. No ma'am. No ma'am, no sir. And the way that she overcame that after she met me was by leaning into my energy whenever she felt desperate for connection. Sometimes the people around you in your life don't know how to connect with you in the way that you need. That's okay. That's not a their problem. That's not a you problem. It's just a we gotta figure it out kind of thing. You know? And even still, sometimes Azura will look for so much love outside of her, and I still have to remind her to stop. And it's hard for her. It's really hard for her because she's been through a lot of abuse, especially when she was young. She was very neglected. And so you have to understand that if you have a similar story, you're able to lean into your guardians and your spirit team. They will pour love into you. Trust. They're actually just waiting on it, waiting for you to give them consent to do so. Just ask them. Even if you don't know who they are, just be like, spirit team, I need you. Pour your love into me, please, so I may be strong again. Watch the miracles happen when you open your hearts to the love of the spirit world. I promise there's miracles waiting for you. That was a good one. Go day! Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. I will be doing ASMR more on this channel. I will be doing the witchy ASMR on this channel, but like any other ASMR, I'm probably gonna make another channel for it. Do your spirits ever disagree with each other? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rosie is not a fan of the way that Pickle Chips is so harsh with me, because Rosie really prioritizes my healing more than anything, right? And Pickle Chips prioritizes my evolution more than anything. Pickle Chips is willing to sacrifice my feelings for me to evolve, and Rosie's willing to sacrifice my evolution for me to feel loved. Does that make sense? So there's kind of like a sometimes, but I'm under the impression that my dragon guardians work with each other with me. That's the only way I'm alive. At least that's what I have to say. I agree, Raven, the hatchling clan's the best. Hell yeah, the hatchling clan's the bomb. Dilly.com. Okay. The goddess has blessed me for having good friends who are my family, including the hatchling clan, including my day program. Hell yeah, Raven. Like, see, you have the choice, right? Like, Rosie tells me love is an element because you can wear it on your eyes. You know, I can look through the eyes of love and see the world completely differently than when I take that off. That doesn't mean I'm wearing rose-colored glasses. That means I'm looking at the world through a lens of unconditional love. Do you know what I mean? And that shift in my life made my healing journey skyrocket, because I started observing my pain, my trauma, my just abuse that I've gone through. I started viewing it through a lens of unconditional love. And that's when I saw how magnificent I was. In the sense that no matter what anyone ever did to me, I loved them anyway. And that's a rare power. That's a rare power. And that's why Rosie tells me that love is an element. Is because when people give you vitriol, when people give you hate, when people give you disrespect and abuse and trauma, and you choose to love them anyway, alchemy. Alchemy. Okay. PC has big Saturn energy and Rosie is more Venus. Oh, Alex, I love that. I would say Pickle Chips is more Uranus, though. Pickle Chips is definitely more Uranus energy, for sure, for sure. But Rosie, hella Venus. What's your zodiac sign? Could you guess? Can you guess? Some people in the chat know, but can you guess? Ooh, Evangeline Moonrise, that's literally me. It says, there are days where I love myself, but the next day I hate myself and not want to get out of bed. For me, it's very push and pull. I've been trying to balance it. How do you balance it? Whether or not you believe it, it already is balanced, just with both extremes. Oh, man. You can choose to have a smaller spectrum to balance, but the truth is that if you love so deeply, so cosmically, so irrevocably, then you, by the law of polarity, the law of duality, will also have to experience the darkness for the balance. Why do you think Azura has so much love, has so much light, has so much wisdom? Because she's been through the depths of hell and back again and again and again and again, and she'll look death in the face every single day. And she chooses not to let it harden her heart. She chooses it as the source of her power to transmute into love, to light, to wisdom, to healing. And you guys are capable of it too. Don't doubt your powers, especially your love power. I know it might sound super like Sailor Moon. In the name of the moon, I'll punish you with love. Like, come on, man. I know that sounds a little cheesy, but your love power is so, so powerful. And that's why modern day society tries to make love, your love power, this thing of fairy tale, this thing of fantasy, this thing of fiction, this thing of romance novels and Disney princess movies. No, your love power is so powerful that it could devour the whole world in light and shift everybody to a brighter future if and only if you believed in yourself. It's really sweet. It's really sweet. I'm a Cancer. I'm an Aries. Capricorn. Oh my gosh. I am not a fire sign. I am seeing a green aura healing mode. She's in. Oh, I love that. Okay, my zodiac sign is Aquarius. Oh shit. Huh. I wonder how that got there, man. I didn't know I had something on my lip. That's crazy, man. Huh. What do you know? That's crazy. You know, it's like the anime trope, everything is fixed with friendship. Yes! Oh my gosh! Rosie's kind of like snarking a little bit because that's why you guys love anime. Is because they want to depict the truth of life in the form of TV for kids. Life is all about going on adventures with your friends. Life is all about falling in love with yourself and sharing that love of yourself with those around you and then reciprocating it. It's the best experience on earth. Trust, all of you humans come here to experience that. Everyone who incarnates onto the planet, I will tell you right now, first and foremost, their number one reason was to experience love. It was. And whether or not some people here on this planet today might seem like the most evil motherfuckers on the planet, they still experience love. They do. Even if their love that they experience is their love of power, it's still love. Don't you understand? What you love, you create. What you love, you grow. Think of your love like holy water. And when you pour your holy water love into anything, it's gonna skyrocket with its growth. It will. It'll be nurtured. Are you going to water your garden with your holy water love, or are you gonna water their garden with your holy water love? Are you going to water their garden with your holy water love, even if they don't water yours? How does that work, sweetie? The way that true human partnerships work is when you water their garden, they water your garden. You water their garden, they water your garden. And if it is not like that, it doesn't mean that it's not true love. It just means you're human and you have work to do. But that is a choice of free will, you see. Each of you guys in your couplings, your bondings, your twin flame, your boyfriends, your husbands, your girlfriends, your wives, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Each one of you are still an individual in that relationship. And at any time, you have the free will to choose, not for me. Love is a risk. But you have to understand that when you love somebody, you truly love somebody, you fall in love with somebody because you see yourself in them reflected back at you. We are all one. Which is why Rosie tells me it is about the color of your skin. It is about where you were born. It is about free Palestine. It is about free Congo. It is about free Lebanon and free all oppressed peoples. Because how can I say that I truly have unconditional love if I don't care about someone else's experience? My favorite crystal is azurite. It's where my name comes from. My name is Azura, which is based off of this crystal here, azurite. This looks like the planet Earth. But look, Rosie, working with Rosie has taught me, and I wasn't planning on sharing this with anyone anytime soon. I've kind of mentioned it, like how I've adopted you guys. I have like adopted you guys as like my children. But working with Rosie, she told me that I have to adopt humanity as my children. Because not in the sense that I think I'm above you. Not in the sense that I think you must obey my authority. Not in the sense that I think I'm entitled. No. It's because I feel like I have to adopt humanity as my children, because it's like the motherly instinct of wanting to care for you guys, to care for humanity. I want to nurture humanity. I want to raise humanity. I want to love humanity. And that's unconditional love. Is Rosie Rosie's real name, or like a code like Pickle Chips Alex? It's also a code name. So all of the names that I use for my Dragon Guardians on my channel are the names that I use for public, right? So like Monte is also a name that's like the alias for the public, right? So like Pickle Chips, Rosie, and Monte have like their actual dragon names that I use like in my personal practice when I'm not online and I'm in a private space. But I don't even tell anyone else in my real life what their names are. That's just something that's not, you know, that's just not, you know, what I share. And that's just out of respect and love for them. So I have been showing signs of ADHD and I haven't been tested for it, but it really hurts me when people say that I am lazy. Yes, how do you say your name? Fizzy? Is that how you say your name, Fizzy? Welcome to your Daily Dose Dragon Feather, by the way, and I am the same. And sometimes sometimes like even like my personal relationships will like kind of like rub me the wrong way a little bit, because like I am a little autistic. I do have autism. Well, I am autistic. No, that's the best. I'm autistic. I do not have autism. That's not how that works. I am an autistic person, okay? So my autism expresses itself sometimes in PDA or what's it called? It's like passive demand avoidance or something like that. I don't know. Basically, when people tell me I need to do something, or people get too much in my space, or they ask me to do too many things too quickly, I like snap and I shut down, and I'll like lock myself in my room to regulate myself. Like the problem is that like people call me lazy because I'm just desperately trying to regulate my nervous system, and the only way that I know how to like try and do that is by staying like in one place, right? But like, look, like my room is a mess right now. I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, that was loud. Look, my room is a mess right now, right? Like, so here's like the altar space, all of the books, just what in the fuck is going on over there? Then that is just a mess. There's like a pile of crap over there. There's stuff on my bed. This is a mess, okay? Just absolute mess. But it's like, I won't experience anything different than my reality unless I give enough of a shit or love myself enough into changing, right? I also have bad anxiety and anger. Fizzy, is that because you've been, I don't know, systemically misunderstood your whole life? That would give me anxiety and make me pretty pissed off too. You know? Good night, Dragon Feather. I'm up to bed. I got a program tomorrow and I'm getting up at 5 in the morning. Oh, Raven Blackwood, thank you for joining your Daily Dose of Dragon Feather, and I hope you have so much fun. How do turn ourselves back on when constantly dissociating? Professional help has been very helpful. Rosie is saying you need to engage your senses. We start dissociating when we don't want to be present as a defense mechanism. So counterintuitively, you actually need to force yourself to be present in your body. Gently. You're not gonna heal by shaming yourself. No, no, ma'am. You need to create the space or engage your senses in a way that pleases you. What about your favorite blanket? You got a favorite texture you like? Maybe there's like that cozy outfit that makes you feel super, super safe, right? Maybe you like to burn candles. Maybe you like sitting in candlelight. Maybe you want to take a bath with really nice bath salts or a bath bomb, you know? Maybe you want to burn incense, you know? Like, maybe you want to dance a little bit. Like, sometimes you got to move and shake it out of your body, you know what I mean? Like, look at the wild, right? When animals have to run for their lives, when they're being chased by a predator, and they make it out, what do they do? What do they do when they run for their lives and they successfully ran away from the predator? You'll see them shaking like crazy. Sometimes the deer will jump up in the air and like completely wag their whole body. That's resetting your nervous system. That's why they do that. So if you are dissociating constantly, here, I'm gonna show you. I gotta get up for this one. It's really that serious, okay? Okay. I need you, okay. Hold on. I need you, okay. Hold on, let me step back. I need you to literally go like this. Seriously. Like if you're dissociating, be like, okay? I know it's ridiculous, but like do this, you know, like, I love being in my body. It's safe for me to experience my high emotions. You know what I mean? Like you could just gotta move. Yeah, you know? That's how I stop myself from dissociating. You know, sometimes I literally have to go, oh yeah, life is awesome. Even if I don't believe that shit. You know? That's the only way. That's the only way. Okay. Thank you. Can you do ASMR? Not right now. I'm so sorry. I will do more ASMR streams though. So, and I do want to make like more ASMR videos too. But if you haven't seen my Autumn Witch Tends to and Nurtures You on All Hallows Eve, it's one of my favorite videos I've ever made on my channel, and it's like 2-hour long ASMR video. Really good. Highly recommend it. I used to call that the Kundalini shake. LOL, it's super helpful. Hey, exactly. Like, it's so important to like just give yourself that space. You know what I mean? Like, just give yourself that space, okay? What job I missed? I was basically just saying that when you dissociate and you feel yourself getting like out of your body, you just gotta like shake yourself a little bit. Just gonna be like, be like, I love feeling safety. You know what I mean? I don't have it set up where people can join me on the live right now. You have to like input that before you go live. So if I would have somebody come on the live with me, I would have to like end the live and like restart another one. But I will absolutely be more than happy to do a live stream soon where like anyone can join, right? But Kaylee Miller, love you so much. Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. We have 250 cups of junk. What an awesome name. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. At work stumbled into this. Ooh, how fun. Edits, I need help. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. Welcome, Edits. We are channeling my dragon guardian, my fairy dragon guardian, Rosie. If you guys are new here, I'm a draconic witch. I've been practicing dragon magic for nearly 20 years, and I work with many different dragon spirits in the same way that people would maybe believe in God or work with goddesses or their ancestors. I work with dragons, so we're just here sharing you kind of like that. So I think, tell Rosie I said hi. Rosie says hello to everybody. She loves everybody's. Edits needs help. Yes, Edits. How do I help? How can I help you? Do you have a question? If you have a question, I'll ask Rosie for you. Sigma Riz on G! I love your little emoji. That's cute. Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. 20 years? How old are you? I am 122 years old. I know. I've been on the planet a long time. I know that might be kind of insane. Okay, but I am a fairy. Okay. You might not know, but I am. 20 years I would be doing for. Yeah, that checks out for me. Hi, I can't stay because I have school, but sleep well tonight, please. Hell yeah, random. Welcome back to your daily dose, dragon feather, and have a good time. Okay. Girl, I do that, and sometimes I'll involuntarily do a whole body twitch. Don't know how to describe it, and I'll pass it off as, oh, I just gotta chill whenever I'm people. I don't know. I don't get it, Stephanie Joe. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather, and honestly, I love that, okay? Because like, I just have to, like, especially when I feel like somebody's watching me, like in like a evil eye kind of way, like I literally will have to be like, ew. And then I'll be like, ooh. It's like, ooh, I feel it. I feel the eyes on me, and I gotta, ugh. And people are like, huh? And I'm just like, it's cold in here. It's so great. Do you have trichotillomania? Oh, goodness. What is that? What is that? Is that a skin picking disorder? Either way, no, I don't have it. I like almost remember what that is, but I don't know what that is. It says, When will I be free to live the life I dream of? Great question. When will we be free to live the life we dream of? You can start right now if you change your perception. Might be hard because of the conditioning that you have. But the truth is that life sometimes isn't the one you want to live. That's the afterlife. Afterlife is the life you want to live. This life is a test. This life is a journey. It's an adventure. It's a choose your own adventure. It's one that's full of tests and trials and tribulations for the growth of you, the growth of your soul, the experience, if you will. You know? Truth is, who are you and what do you want? Life is about deciding what you want and letting yourself have it. How do you get there? It looks different for everybody else, but it really truly starts with having faith in yourself that it's possible and loving yourself enough to get there. Love that. How are you today, DragonFeather? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's when you pull out your hair. Oh, hey, Sleeve, Valley. No, I mean, that's really rude to ask, by the way, but my hair is the way it is because I had depression for like 60 plus days. I couldn't get out of bed in 2020 because I lost so many people that I loved, including my cat, who I just was my soulmate, honestly. And my hair matted into a knot that took me 11 months to untangle, and everyone else told me to cut it off, and I refused. And after 11 months, I untangled it, and unfortunately, there was damage to my hair. But I would rather have damaged long hair than no hair at all. I'm very happy. It says, I just want to be with my true love and out of Colorado. Yeah, you know, that I totally feel. I really get this feeling where like I want to leave California like often. There's also this like really huge pressure I get a lot to just like abandon the life that I've created for myself here in Hollywood and just, you know, flee back to Colorado and live in the mountains, you know. But the reality is that life is really just full of random, messy drama. And sometimes, and most of the time, it's of your own creation. It's your own creation, you know? And like, you don't have to beat yourself up for that. You don't. You really don't. Rosie is saying, love yourself as you are right where you are right now. That is the key and the catalyst to get to the life that you want to live. Beautiful. I love to watch you because you, oh, Sigmary's OG. I love your little profile picture. I'm always like, Maraca cat. It's so much fun. You should try it. That whole video made me cry. Aww. I know what you mean. I was born blind, but I can sense it when somebody is staring at me. Of course, Tiffany Milburn. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's like one of like humans like natural phenomena that we have in our brain that we're able to just like we get this like sense that we're being watched, right? I think it's really interesting. I had a reading earlier and was told I have blockages. Is there anything I can do to break the blockages? Let's find out. Let us, there we go. Okay. What can we do to remove the blockages within us? You have to drop down into the body. You have to get back in your body. Sometimes you have to run until the blockages come out. Sometimes you have to hit the gym. Sometimes you have to hit the prayer mat. Sometimes you have to hit the therapist's office. It really just depends on the blockages that you have. It starts with identifying where you feel stuck, where you feel like you could be moving forward, where you want more. For example, Asura really wants to do more on her channel. She really wants to create more. She really wants to do all of these things. But guess what? She gets so overwhelmed by all the tiny little tasks that fall into chronological order that would create her projects that it kind of short circuits her brain a little bit sometimes, and she shuts down and she won't continue. But what we've had to do and work at is it takes one step at a time, one day at a time, just for today, just for today. You know, what can you do just for today to help you get a little bit closer to where you want to be? What can you do just for today to help your energy feel more open? What can you do just for today? Perhaps your blockages are coming from feelings you are avoiding. When you do not feel your emotions or release your emotions, you become them. Are you angry? Are you an angry person because you are refusing to feel your anger? Are you experiencing blockages because you are resisting your flow? I fear inflation. Don't we all? You're so real for that, JG 1982. Welcome back to your daily dose of Dragon Feather. Try Central Texas. A lot of Cali people seem to like it here. It's very hot though. Yeah, I'm never gonna go to Texas. As a woman, that is a hell no for me. I have something to tell you because I want to overcome my fear. I have calaurophobia, fear of clowns. Oh my god. I like actually kind of like hate clowns too. Yeah, I don't really know why. Creepy. Just creepy. Come join us in Canada. Hey, C Violet, you have no idea. My boyfriend is Canadian, and I'm trying to convince him to go to Canada. I really am. I really am. Yeah. Pretty sure we all fear inflation. Yeah, we really do. I'm not gonna lie. Esme, welcome to your daily dose of Dragon Feather. Hello, Zara. I was wondering if you have ever read The Sophia Code by Kyra. From what I've seen, she talks about Sophie and dragons, but I've heard mixed opinions. So, okay, Esme, I have heard about The Sophia Code, but I have not read it myself because my Dragon Guardians want me to read it on the channel. Kind of like how I've been reading this book live, right? The First Sex by Elizabeth Gould Davis. We've been doing a book breakdown. With this one, I have a playlist called My Bible, The First Sex Book Breakdown. And that's, I'm really getting told that I'm supposed to read Mary Magdalene's teachings live, and I'm supposed to read the Sophia Code live, and the Book of Enoch live, and the Kybalion, the Quran. Excuse me. I get gray energy when it comes to reading the Bible on the channel, so I don't know about that. But probably just because of it's mostly a propaganda text, I think, and I just need to be a little bit more well-versed in historical knowledge to really tap into that. Clowns scare me. Yeah, they do. They're really fucking scary. I want to move to New Hampshire. Cool weather and full of witchy folks. That sounds fun. The First Sex is heavy but fascinating. Yeah, you're absolutely right. DragonFae Rose, welcome back to your daily dose of Dragon Feather. Good to see you. Good to see you. It says, I also want to leave Colorado. Massachusetts has been calling me. Also, yes, to Canada. I just visited Calgary last year. It was so pretty. Went up to Banff too. Dude, I went to, I stayed in Brampton. And then I stayed in Mississauga a little bit, and then I went to Toronto, and I loved it. I had so much fun. I went to my first mush did in Canada. Shout out to Isna. I had so much fun. It was like such a beautiful place. I really would love to go back. I was watching shorts and I came across your Island Dragon Demon short, and then it said you were alive, so I came to your live so high. Oh my gosh. Full robotic form. Welcome to your daily dose of Dragon Feather. We are here to discuss why love is an element, and also I'm channeling my Dragon Guardian Rosie. She's very dragon, so if you're interested, let me know. If you have questions, I'll ask him. And I work in public relations in Toronto. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I live in Mississauga. That's crazy, dude. I love Canada. I would literally say go. Oh, by the way, for those of you guys who live in Canada, my boyfriend's going on tour, and there's Toronto dates. So I will be in Canada this year for a tour. And I would love to have you guys there. I do not have my boyfriend's or a tour link in my description, but I'm gonna start including it in all of the lives that I do, because you guys can book your tickets and it'd be really awesome to hang out with you guys. I'm not performing, regrettably, don't have enough songs out yet for that, but you can party in the crowd with me, and I think that would be better, so it would be awesome to see you guys. Do any of your dragon spirits have any advice for me to calm my anxiety and anger? That's a great question. Rosie, what can we do to calm our anxiety and anger? The only way out is through. Yeah, that makes sense. The only way to calm your anxiety and your anger is to sit with them and understand that emotions are energy in motion, and that you have the power to perceive any of your emotions in any way you like, and you also have the power to transmute your emotions to anything else you'd like to feel. The truth is, one of the biggest keys to regulating your nervous system is to realize that you get to choose how you feel, and how you feel is an inside job. And just because something outside might trigger a feeling or a reaction within your body doesn't mean you have to, keep feeding into that. You can literally stop yourself with tapping. It is safe to be anxious. It is safe for me to be anxious. It is safe for me to be angry. It is safe for me to be angry. I am so grateful my anger shows me where injustice has been done to me. I'm so grateful my anger shows me where injustices have been done to me. My anxiety has no place here, and it feels so fucking good. Things like that, That's really what helps me anyway. Is it your hometown? Are you asking me that, or are you asking someone in the chat that? It says, if you are a witch, Salem, Massachusetts is a must-do visit. I've never felt so connected to a place before. I felt at home, which is funny because I'm a Mayflower direct descendant. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't really know. I've never been there, but I would love to. When I get anxious, I tap my fingers. Yes, fidget toys help. This is my emotional support drawing sometimes. I'll literally just I did it on the other live yesterday, and I was just sometimes you just gotta do a little dance to your anxiety. Sometimes you gotta gaslight yourself out of it. And sometimes you have to be oh my gosh, anxiety, there she is. Very, very, very demure, very mindful, but away with ye. You should. It's so pretty. I was so happy. I felt heard. There were so many little witch stores and cute little bakeries. Oh my gosh, I have to go. I'm going to Salem for Halloween 2026. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting, Jeanette Evans. Salem isn't my hometown, however. I have been there a couple times, but Massachusetts is my birthplace and where I've lived 25 out of my 27 years on Earth. Well, almost 27. That's exciting. Oh my gosh. I haven't been to many places on the East Coast of Turtle Island, but I have been just all over the West Coast in America, but I've only been to the East Coast of Canada. What does demure mean? I keep seeing people say it. Let's look up the definition for demure. I know it means it's very classy, I think is the word. Let's find out. I'm so happy Jules can fund the rest of their transition because of the demure stuff. I'm so happy. Let's see. It says reserved, modest, and shy, typically used of a woman. Yeah. It's just modest. So when I said your anxiety is very demure, I was totally being sarcastic. I hope you know. The mindful girlies know about being demure. Yes, they do. Very cutesy, very demure. Oh, you know what? I have a good one for you guys. Are you ready? You notice how we let people practice the religions they want? Very mindful, very respectful, very demure. When people have different beliefs than us, we approach them with curiosity. Very cutesy, very thoughtful, very demure. Okay? When people believe in things that kind of scare us, what do? We ask questions. We don't make judgments. Very thoughtful, very mindful, very demure. Thank you. That's all I got for you guys. That's what I have for you guys. But yeah, also, you know how we have a rising sign, moon sign, and sun sign? My signs are Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Have the two of us hot-headed signs, or supposedly that's what they say. Dude, my boyfriend is literally like triple fire sign in his main three, and I have no fire in my main three, and it makes a lot of sense. That's all I gotta say. I'd love to do New Orleans. I come from a long line of voodoo worshippers, so I would love to visit and get in touch with those ancestors. Oh my gosh, I would love to go to New Orleans. That would just be so much fun. I'm modest. JG 1982, yeah. Let's see. It's good. It's the good old hometown blues. I have that with my hometown too. I'm so glad I got out, honestly. When I get anxious, I bite my nails, yes. And I've got better at doing something to stop that habit. Okay, you wanna know the craziest thing? The thing that I do when I'm like super anxious is I bite the inside of my cheeks. And I do not recommend this is the way to fix that, but like one day I was just like biting my cheeks and it was just so bad and bloody and just like my whole mouth was just like swollen because of it. And I don't know why, but I just like grabbed like this part of my neck and like put pressure a little bit, like not like choked myself, but like I just like, see how I'm like changing the sound of my voice when I do that? Like I literally was like putting like pressure on my, like a little bit of pressure, and I was like, we're never gonna fucking do that again, do you understand me? And I really just don't bite it anymore. Like sometimes it's literally an identity change, right? Like I was so addicted to like vaping, it wasn't gonna change until I decided that like it was so fucking gross. Like I had to be like ew, I don't fucking do that, that's so nasty. Like I had like, and I'm sorry if you guys vape, okay, like I'm not saying like I believe this about you, I'm saying like this is how I quit my addiction with vaping. This was the only thing I could muster, right? I literally had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, you fucking piece of shit, don't you want to sing? Don't you want to speak your truth? You slob, stop sucking on flavored air. Go breathe some real oxygen. Go touch some grass, you piece of shit. Like I had to kind of do that to myself or it wouldn't have worked. But like Rosie's kind of like coming in here too, saying like sometimes the best love you can give yourself is a pep talk to get your shit together, to get the fuck up. You have to literally be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is it a mess? Why are you falling behind on your work? Why are you anxious? Why are you depressed? Why are you running away from it? That's all I got to say, my loves. My sun is Aquarius, moon is Capricorn. I'm adopted, so I don't know my rising sign. Oh my goodness, DragonFae Rose. That must be a really interesting experience. But it's cool that you know that you're, it's cool you know your sun and your moon though. That's really cool. I think moon sign is really who you are in dark. Yeah, that makes sense. You're so cool. I'm born triple earth, sun, Virgo, Taurus, moon, and rising Capricorn. Oh, but hey, Hazy, at least you get like a variety of all of them, right? Aquarius is my star and moon sign. Gemini is my sun sign. That's awesome. I'm a Gemini sun too, and Cancer rising and Virgo moon. I am Aquarius sun, Pisces moon, and Virgo rising. Can you guys like, do you guys know any of your other planets? Like, do you know your like Venus? Do you know like those ones? Sun sign is what you aspire to be, but rising is everyday personality. Yes. Yeah, that's why when I show up in my business, like when I work, okay, you know, have you seen those like TikToks where they're like, dress like your moon sign, dress like your Venus, like dress like your rising, like dress like your Lilith? Like, have you seen that shit? Okay. I don't really subscribe to that shit except for a few things. When I'm in my business, if I show up in my Aquarian energy, I genuinely will lose clients. Like, I don't know why, but like I genuinely will. But if I show up in my Virgo rising energy, checks. They're signing checks, okay? I don't know why that works the way it does. But like if I present myself in like the most clean, classic, prestigiously professional look in my business, I'm talking like white suit, like corporate ponytail, right? Like glasses, like that's when it works the best. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that's how that works. You find out the moon sign by the time and place you were born, and the sun sign, the position of the sun when you were born. Interesting. My Venus is in Leo, Mercury in Cancer. My Venus is in Pisces. I don't know what I like have it on my phone. I'm trying to like remember all of them off the top of my head. But yeah, I know that like, I think, yeah, my Venus is, I think I already said that. My Venus is in Pisces. I love it. But then my dark moon Lilith is in Cancer. That's been like one that I've been really dealing with recently, but I'm getting off on a tangent here. Oh my gosh. I love the signs, don't get me wrong, but I just kind of wanted to leave you guys with like this kind of like homework, I guess. Like here's like a prompt for you guys to work on. Just like a couple things maybe to write down. Rosie's saying, ask yourself some questions, maybe write about them, because it will completely change your perspective on what love really means to you. So first question is, what kind of love or lack thereof did you receive when you were a child? What were you shown was loved, and how were you given love? Were you rewarded love for behavior? Were you given love unconditionally? Or was it withheld from you? Right? Next, in your romantic relationships, how has love expressed itself? Has love been kind to you? Have you been kind to love? When you look in the mirror, is it hard for you to say I love you? Why or why not? Why or why not? And lastly, if you could have one experience under the theme of love, any kind of love, what would it look like for you? What would the most perfect experience of love look like for you? Is it with yourself? Is it with a partner? Is it with a sister, a brother? Is it with friends and family? Is it with a complete and total stranger? What does it look like to you? I was given love in the form of Nintendo! Brum brum yahoo! Do 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 do! That was literally me too, my friend. Yeah. My mom was just very much drunk and working as a child, and my dad, I had like visitation with him on the weekends, so I didn't really see him very much. So we call that neglect. Yes, we do. I learned about the facts of life from watching The Facts of Life, you know? That seems like it checks out. That seems like it checks out. I know my star sign is Aries. Hell yeah, Avery. I'm obsessed with Aries. My boyfriend's an Aries. Yummy. Love it. Love that energy. But I was raised by a television screen too. Same. Same. Does this woman sleep, Peppy? Chatelet, welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Yeah, it's so exciting. I do sleep in the middle of the day. I am nocturnal in the summertime because it is so hot in Cali that I literally will go outside for 2 seconds and get sunburned. Like, I actually have like so much sun damage on my face, like the snow spots and stuff, just from literally the sun. I've literally like, I have to sometimes wear sunscreen in the house. Do you understand? Don't do the white person thing. It's not very inconvenient, okay? Very inconvenient. I wish I could go outside and enjoy the outside in the summertime. It's really hard for me to do that without getting fried like a chicken. Had lots of tough love. I can tell they tried, but they almost took out their problems on me. I became almost like an emotional support pillow. Yeah, Evangeline Moonrise, I felt that way too a little bit. I was told to go to bed by 7 p.m. until I was 16. Jeanette Evans. Oof, that's rough. You know, I think I just don't know the best way to raise a child, and that's why I just probably won't have one. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do about that. Okay? Do that what you will. I didn't ask anything, but Rosie's coming in really hard, saying that we need to create a ritual that honors the love we have for ourselves. So this is actually our homework from Rosie. Rosie is more teacher energy than like Pickle Chips. Pickle Chips is truly a troll. But Rosie is like curriculum, okay? Curriculum. Okay? You got the questions that I asked a little bit earlier. You can go back in the live and watch if you missed them. And then the homework is to build an altar or a sacred space for you. Either something that you use like a vision board for your future, or something that you use to keep your favorite things that make you feel happy, or things that make you feel close to yourself, or maybe achievements that you've had that you're proud of. Things like that. Put that on it, okay? Next thing, after you do this altar doesn't have to be elaborate, okay? It can literally be just like, this could be the altar, okay? What else do I got? What else can I put on this bitch? But you know what I mean? Like, this doesn't have to be more intense. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. Like, that's what I'm saying. So don't like get caught up on like it looking perfect. It could even be just like a little like box that you like keep things in that you like, right? Just you want to have sacred space to like honor yourself. And once you have that sacred space to honor yourself, you're going to need to create a ritual that you do. Two kinds, okay? You're going to do one of these rituals is going to be on the full moon. This ritual you're going to do to imbue yourself with your own love power during the full moon. You're going to draw the full moon down, Rosie says. If you don't know how to do that, look it up. Draw the moon down into you and use that lunar energy to charge your love power, to charge you, to make you feel good about yourself and surround you with love and protection. Okay? And the last one is going to be a daily thing that you do, either when you wake up or before you go to bed, or both. And it doesn't have to be anything more than just an affirmation in the mirror, or it can be as elaborate as you want, where you whisper your intention into your 5-step skincare routine. Literally, it doesn't matter. You have to. Have to. Positivity in the mirror is unavoidable. Yes, JG 1982. Unavoidable. What if you are an overachiever? Start looking at doing the bare minimum. Not the bare minimum. Start looking at mastering the basics as being an overachievement, because so many people overlook mastering their basics. So many people overlook mastering their foundation. If you're an overachiever, don't try to do the arcane magic and skip all the steps. Master your foundation and you will literally be ahead of everybody else, I promise. I promise. Sounds a little counterintuitive, but I promise, okay? It's giving unstoppable, okay? I was fortunate enough to experience the time in history where it was acceptable for adults to backhand a child in the face. Oh, no! I hate corporal punishment. Holy crap. Like, I know my poor dad has just dealt with too much of that shit. So I'm really sorry if you guys have had to have those experiences, because they are not fun. When would be a good time to do a ritual to let go of some unresolved baggage? Hold on. Excuse me. This a live drink because it's like has vinegar in it. It's kind of like lightly sparkling, so it's like making me burp a little. I'm so sorry. But it says what's a good time to do the rituals to let unresolved baggage? Okay, Rosie, what can we do to help? What the timing for the rituals of the unresolved baggage stuff? The best time is now, for it's the only time you have. If you feel like there's unresolved baggage, stop trying to make the ritual perfect and just move with your intuition, move with your emotion. You know? Let yourself feel. Why is it unresolved baggage? Does it make you angry? Does it make you shameful? Does it make you hollow? Do you feel a piece of your soul was taken in the process? Go get it back. Sometimes we have to literally go relive our trauma so we can go get them back. Who's them? The version of yourself you left behind in those moments. You had to abandon certain parts of yourself in these unresolved baggage scenarios. And the reason why it's unresolved baggage is because you've abandoned a part of your soul there. Go get her. Go get him. Go get them. Don't shame yourself for leaving her there. That's not how this works. Now that you're aware of it, you gotta go get her. Bring him home. Bring him home. Azura doesn't like talking about it, but she often goes back to her traumatic memories and visits herself to heal herself. Because there are parts of her still trapped in those moments. And sometimes you can't get all of the parts of your fragmented soul in these traumatic memories and these unresolved baggage scenarios. You can't do that in one journey. Which is why you need to have these rituals cyclically in place in your practice, either every day or at the full moon at the very least, so you are constantly pouring into yourself. So you have high enough standards to keep you protected from scenarios that would yield unresolved baggages, trauma, things like that. Past, present, future are right here, right now. Us in the spirit world can see all of your decisions all at once. We already know how it ends. We do. That's just how it works where we are. But where you're at, it seems like each second feels like a year and a day sometimes. Lean into it. When things are difficult, lean into it. When you find yourself struggling, when you find yourself in pain, when you find yourself at an obstacle, at a challenge, when you find yourself hopeless, lean into it. The more you lean into the suffering, the more you turn towards the suffering of yourself and the suffering of the world, that's where you will find the most brilliant lights of unconditional love. And some of those fragments of unconditional love are right here within you. Love is an element because it's up to you to pull it out of yourself and give it to the world. To take all of the love out from the world and put it back into yourself. That was beautiful. Thank you, Rosie. Rosie, question 1. What kind of love, lack of love? 2, love expressed in relationship. 3, perfect experience of love. So those can remember. Create love, altar, full moon, self-love ritual, daily affirmations. Thank you, DragonFae Rose. That was awesome. Hello, that was beautiful. Vexed Hyper, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feathers. So good to see you. Sigmariz, me too. I really love your name. I can't stop. Avery XOXO, hi again. Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Daily dose of dragon feather. Okay. No, but I'm so serious, you guys. Like, I need you to romanticize your life. I know you've heard that on the internet before, but what does that actually mean? That means taking an extra second to appreciate the moment that you're in. So for example, me appreciating the moment that I'm in right now, I love the texture of this chair. And I'm so grateful that I get to have this chair to sit in because it keeps me cozy and comfortable while I help the hatchlings when I do my live streams. You know, I love reading. You know, when I get anxious, I'll crack open a book and I'll just keep reading. I'll just keep going until I feel better. You know, sometimes true love looks like choosing yourself before the one you're in love with. Sometimes true love looks like cutting out your family members. And sometimes unconditional love looks like not gatekeeping people's consequences from them. What do I mean? When someone treats you in a wrong way, don't make excuses for them. Don't make excuses for them. Oh, maybe they had a bad day. Oh, maybe this. Oh, maybe that. No. Because you are worthy and deserving of love and respect no matter what kind of day they had. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? I'm really kind of serious about this, actually. Like, do you know how, like, actually fucked up that is? To, like, give somebody an excuse or pass off or try to justify somebody treating you like shit when you know in your heart and soul that it doesn't feel good, but you'll be like, oh, well, maybe they didn't really mean it, or maybe they meant it this way, or maybe it was just an accident. Like, stop doing that. Stop giving people the benefit of the doubt, especially when they won't give you the benefit of the doubt. Stop. Why do you care? Why are you giving your energy away? Why are you leaking it out? Keep it here. Okay? Rosie says 92% here. The rest, put it where you want. Okay? Abusers count on you giving them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, I will say that again. Casey, thank you. Abusers will count on you giving them the benefit of the doubt. They will start to slowly chip away at you to see what boundaries they can push, how far they can go with you. That's why true love, true self-love, looks like biting people back when they disrespect you and not caring how they think about you. For example, sometimes, you know, my boyfriend and I will butt heads, right? Or he'll ask me something, or I'll say something, and it's interpreted incorrectly. So sometimes it triggers us, right? We've both been through a lot, right? We're human beings, okay? We trigger each other. That's just what happens, okay? And when that happens, sometimes we hurt each other. Hurt people hurt people. Which is why you gotta love yourself so unconditionally. Because if you don't, who's gonna? Yeah, you might be lucky to have a really good father, to have a really good mother, to have a really cool friend or boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or whatever. But at the end of the day, you came into this world alone and you will die alone. And I know that's scary, but that's why while we're here, we get a choice to cultivate and experience for ourselves. And I don't feel like I'll ever be alone because I have such a good connection with my spirit team. So I know on my deathbed, I will be full. It will be a full house of my spirit guardians waiting for me. You know, I had to stand up for myself when a boss made an ableist joke, and it was hard, but I was so proud of myself. Exactly, DragonFae. Exactly, DragonFae. And when you actually do choose to stand up for yourself, when you are getting disrespected because your energy is so special, sacred, and loving and pure, and you do bite back to keep that safe, Rosie's giving me the image. The fairy is your love. The dragon is the boundary around it. You know what I mean? And so when somebody tries to stab the fairy in your heart, your dragon has to light them on fire. Who cares what they think? Because at the end of the day, all you have is you. You know what? And sometimes I literally have, like, sometimes I've had moments where I lose my cool and I get triggered into a meltdown and I lash out and I hurt the love of my life and I hate myself for that. And I really struggle with myself for that. But guess what? I also have to know that I didn't just choose to be like this. I was conditioned to be like this. And the only way that I can choose to be a different way is by unconditioning myself. And sometimes that looks like making mistakes. And sometimes that looks like fucking up. And sometimes that looks like hurting the people you love. But the difference is, how do you apologize? How do you move through that? How do you repent about it, right? Like when you hurt somebody, repentance, if you will, is like, how do you make it right? How do you make it right? You know? I had a toxic relationship with my ex, and it wasn't until my youngest son said, stop picking on mom, did I realize he was picking on me. Wow, Jeanette. That gave me chills. That's so sad, Jeanette. Yeah, I know. But hey, sometimes the abusive people are so good at what they do, are so covert at it, that you don't really know what's going on until you have 3 kids with them. But guess what? Not your fault. Because you're here right now and you have a choice. How do you move forward? How do you move forward? Jeanette, the children do see truth a little bit better. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, JG. That is getting me to wonder that it is okay to cry and feel sad, but no, people cannot hurt you. You need to stop. If you hurt someone, you need to stop. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, but you have to understand that, like, humans aren't perfect. And you're gonna hurt people. Like, that's part of life. And when you make mistakes, because you are allowed to make mistakes, it is safe to make mistakes, but you have to understand that mistakes have consequences. And sometimes if you make a mistake and you accidentally hurt the one you love because of your unregulated trauma, guess what can happen? They can choose, I don't want to be with you. And I've had a lot of those conversations. But the difference is it's not a shame blame game, right? It's a how do we not let our past determine our future kind of thing. How do we help each other through this? And it's not always perfect. But the difference is, are you doing something to hurt somebody, or are you doing something to protect yourself? And some people lash out because that's how they protect themselves. And it's very hard to unlearn that, especially if you don't have professional help. Therapy is a privilege. Therapy is a privilege. Therapy is a privilege. And not everybody has that privilege. You know? Which is why life is messy. One size does not fit all. Which is why Rosie tells me love is the answer. Love is the element that all of your struggles are missing. Add love into your daily life castings, if you will, and watch it change. Yeah, indeed. And finding a good therapist is even harder. Exactly, Vex Typer. Faye, welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. We hurt the ones we are close to the most because we spend the most time being imperfect around them, in my honest opinion. Yeah, honestly, that is so valid. Power of choice is such a strong concept, so real. Not everyone understands the power of choice or what choices they have within. Exactly. And I'm here to tell you guys that you always have a choice. You actually always have pretty much infinite amount of choices. You know, like, all you have to do is fix your eyes to perceive the choices that you have. And if you don't fix your eyes, you don't use your lens, you don't focus your lenses to see the choices that you have, well, then you won't have any choices. And you'll literally go into the conditioning. Therapy just means someone is pointing out truth that is hard to see. It's not easy to believe it. Absolutely, JG. Honestly, I think I do the most and the best healing by myself. I am the same. I've never gotten much from a therapist, so don't feel bad if you can't get one. You can do it. Yes, that's how I feel too, Violet Maze. I also feel like therapy is just not going to help Black people or Indigenous people with colonial and patriarchal trauma, especially like white supremacist trauma. Like, it's just not for me. It didn't work for me. I think that I will definitely be interested in doing like group therapy again in my life. I've had good experience with group therapy. I went to Alateen as a kid, worked really well. But like one-on-one therapy with a therapist, very intimidating, hated it, very traumatic. It pretty much re-traumatized me. And like now, if I'm in a crisis moment, I will call a hotline. Yeah. Just to recap, Rosie said to cultivate love on the daily. Yes. Rosie said you need to create some sort of daily routine for you to have in order to pour love into yourself. The term that she's using is love power. you have to use your love power for you first. And creating some sort of daily routine that you can do that to imbue yourself with your love power every day is necessary. The easiest way to probably do this is like an affirmation type of routine in the mirror. That's probably the best way. And legit, abusers try to make you think you don't have a choice. That's the whole game. So remembering you have a choice needs to be a core belief to remember who you are and get the fuck out. Exactly, Hasey. Like, some people, like, have literally, like, told me, like, you'd be homeless if it wasn't for me. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I always have a choice. I always have a choice. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. Yes, gaslighting is a major tool for these people. Absolutely. The Narcotics Anonymous step work works really well, even if you're not an addict. You can find the step work guidebook online. Yes, Violet Maze. When I went to Alateen, it was like Alcoholics Anonymous, right? The only thing I will say about the Narcotics Anonymous or the Alcoholics Anonymous stuff, those kind of things, it's based very much in like a Christian undertone. So if you have trauma in Christianity, it might not be the best for you, but it is like surrendering yourself to a higher power is kind of like the underlying theme of it. I'm also a fellow Alateen kid too. Damn, Hazy, you, damn, the For You page before you. But you know, like, it's one step at a time. Affirmation meditation helps aura. Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, you know. Yeah, because we also have an aura. When aura is off, it affects a lot. Yeah, and one of my practices is to seal my aura. So before I go outside, I will literally like take a minute to myself and like move my hands in any way that my intuition like is guiding me to like bring back in my aura. Does that make sense? I have to do a demonstration. Rosie says I have to do a demonstration. This is embarrassing. I'm gonna be embarrassed, okay? Are you ready? Sorry, okay, I'm embarrassed, all right? Ready? Okay. So like when I like try to seal my aura, I will literally usually do this sitting down. Sometimes I'll do it standing up, but I'll close my eyes and then I'll just go like wherever I feel it. It's very much like a movement, right? It's not about how it looks. People, witchcraft isn't about how it looks. It's about how it feels. Do you feel good? Do you feel spicy? Do you feel magical? Do you feel sealed, protected? Gotta like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna cleanse your aura. Just pick up, just gonna pluck shit. Taking all that negative energy. Nope, that shit's mine, bitch. Nope, give it back, give it back. No. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that shit. You don't deserve that fucking shitty mentality. You don't deserve that hateful evil eye. You don't deserve that awesome bullshit that they think is for you. No. That's what it is, okay? Good talk. You gotta like really get in your body sometimes, you know? That's where I struggle feeling safe. Vex Typher, I really recommend just start moving your body, because chances are you're probably have a sedentary lifestyle. Do you go on walks? Do you have a long drive commute to work? When you come home, do you just sit on the couch until it's time for bed, scrolling on your phone? Because when I stopped doing that shit, I started feeling safer in my body. Like, I have a curfew. I know that's weird. I am an adult woman who has a curfew. It's so necessary, okay? No more music after 9 p.m. You wanna know why? Because my brain likes to play songs on repeat in a stimmy way, where I will literally be singing whatever song I hear after 9 p.m. all night long. I will not go to bed. I just will not go to bed. That's my deadline. Social media, no visual, no blue light on my eyes for the last 2 hours before bed. And if I have to for work, let me show you what I got. This is from TikTok Shop. This is not sponsored. I just love this product. These are my blue light glasses, okay? So if I'm working at night before bed, I will wear these glasses, okay? I started walking due to my surgery and it's been helping. Yes, you guys remember when I got attacked by the stray? My foot hurts so fucking bad. Like, you don't even understand, right? But here's the thing. The more that I started using my foot, the more that I started stretching it and flexing it and, you know, just doing one step at a time with it, I'm walking normally again. Sometimes it hurts, but it's about taking care of my body. I'm having to do treatments on my scars now because there's so much scar tissue, it's messing with my nerves. I really can't feel parts of my feet anymore after this attack. It's very scary. And if I touch certain parts on my foot where the scar is, my whole foot where I can't feel it zings. It pisses me off. It's the most uncomfortable, autistic sensory nightmare that you could imagine, okay? Okay? The point of that conversation was my foot will not get better unless I love it back to health. You guys have seen all of those videos of the stray cats on the brink of death, the stray dogs on the brink of death, got hit on the side of the road, left to die, and somebody notices them, chooses to love them back to life. That is why love is an element. Love is the element of life. OMG, wait, are you a witch? Yes, I am, Nora Yasmin. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather. If you have a question for my dragon guardian, I'm in the middle of channeling one of my dragon spirits that I work with. She is a fairy dragon who works with the element of love for the most part. This is off topic, but do you or Rosie have any remedies for poison ivy rash? Calamine lotion. It's like a pink lotion. I use it when I get bug bites. I don't know where my calamine lotion is right now, otherwise I'd show you what it looks like, but it's spelled Calamine. Try there. Ooh, witch hazel. That might actually work too. Fizzy, I know. I don't know how to spell either. I'm a witch who can't spell. I know it's pretty unfortunate, but if you were to read one of my journals, most of the words are spelled wrong. I try, okay? I just got dyslexia, bro. I don't really know what to do about that. I really like that. I've been wanting to work with rose quartz. I have clear quartz pendant coming tomorrow for the full moon. Woo, that's exciting. Rash calendula oil. Yeah, do that. I've never heard of that, so definitely try that wherever you can. I have this little voice in my head, and I have named her Sarah because she gives me good vibes and energy. I named her after Seraphine. Oh my gosh, I love that. I have just decided that at least once a week, all gadgets are put away and just be present. Yes! There's this one thing that I saw on TikTok, which is kind of funny. It's like, I don't know if you guys are like onto like the parenting side of TikTok, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Some of these like moms who are on TikTok are like, they're not like family channels, right? But they're just like moms giving advice or like showing you how to like help your kids or do things for your kids. She literally says that she created this thing called a morning basket. I watch this shit because like some of the things that they recommend for like other moms to do for their children, I just apply to myself because like I am a child still and I need that, okay? Like I didn't get nurtured that way as a child, so I have to do that for me as a literal adult woman. It's really embarrassing. Not my fault, my responsibility, still embarrassing. So because of that, like, oh my goodness. It's like, okay, how do I put this? I don't really, I'm like, I just have to like literally watch these people to help myself. And this morning basket thing is like just a bunch of different activities that you can do in the morning before you go on your phone. Okay? I gotta raise myself. Yeah, honestly, I really recommend if you have a lot of childhood trauma, just follow all these like moms who like post really cute ways on how to take care of their kids and then just apply that to your life. That's how you're gonna do well. Calendula oil has antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial properties that might make it useful in healing wounds, soothing eczema, and relieving diaper rash. Interesting, JG. I'm gonna just pluck that one and put it in the book of shadows. That's a great one. I follow Mama because, yeah, exactly. It's just really good, really good. They got some really good advice. And I've noticed that the more that I am very intentional with how I use my phone, so like before it was like, I mean, it's still kind of an addiction sometimes, right? We're all kind of addicted to our phones in some way or another. But when I take the time to really be off my phone and be intentional when I'm on my phone, so for example, I'm on my phone right now, but I'm live streaming. Like I'm doing something productive, right? Like I'm not scrolling mindlessly. I will have some time in the evening where I can scroll, right? Because I genuinely like watching and consuming content, you know what I mean? You know, I'm a fan of some people too, you know? But you have to know, like, the point is like a balance, right? Like, when I'm intentional with the use of my phone and I only use my phone intentionally to either, you know, connect with you guys, the hatchlings, or to connect with other creators that I like and support them, or to, you know, learn something, or to help, or to, you know, relax sometimes. As long as I'm doing it within balance, I actually notice that my sleep is better, my channel, my connection to my guardians is better. I have less headaches, okay, and less insomnia. Truly. Khaleesi, Pepe, Khaleesi. Love it. Also, you missed it, but we were all saying you're gorgeous in case no one told you today. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I was scrolling mindlessly before I found this live. Exactly, Nora Yasmin. I'm glad you found us, because welcome to your daily dose of DragonFae. I'm here to give you some self-love. We're on our phones way too much. What do? Okay. Like, most of us are chronically online. And you know what? In the world that we live in today, I get it, okay? I do, I really do. I feel you on a spiritual level for that one. But it's gonna get worse. If you literally just spend your whole life scrolling, you will die early. Your body will get so tense and weak so fast. Please don't do that. Like, please. Like, even if you are taking scrolling breaks, like, at least, I know this is so, like, kind of cringe, right? This is, like, actually really cringe. I'm so sorry. We're doing another demonstration, okay? If you are watching or scrolling, I need you to get up every so often. Like, maybe every 45 minutes to an hour. Get up. Close your eyes and stretch. You gotta stretch. You gotta move the body. Do some jumping jacks. You know, like, get up, guys. Come on, man. How much do you want a good? Everybody is saying, damn, I want my dream life, but you aren't even willing to get off your phone to clean your room. You don't want it bad enough. You guys don't want your dream life bad enough if you're not willing to put your phone down and clean your room. Sorry. I know, I'm guilty of it too. I showed you how messy my room was today. Like, come on, man. Good night, JG. Thanks for joining. I literally have to be on socials for my job, so this is helpful. Yeah, no, honestly. Like, but guess what? Like, you're not required to be on socials 24 hours of every single day for your job, because that is illegal. So you do have time where you're not on your phone, and that is really important for you to prioritize yourself. I need you guys so serious. I'm so serious. If you want to live the life you want, if you want your dream life today to start happening today, I need you to put your sleep above your scroll time. So serious. So serious. Rosie is coming in. She's saying scrolling mindlessly is an easy way out from loving yourself. It is. It'll give you the same kind of dopamine. It'll give you the same kind of connection feeling if you find something that you resonate with, that makes you laugh, that's just entertaining. But it's an illusion, because when you put your phone down, you feel like shit, and you know it. Especially if you don't have like a practice to love yourself on the daily or at least once a month. Where are my girls out there? Where are the people out there who have a uterus, who bleed? Use that week as your week. Love yourself for that whole week. Do not disturb. You only do the bare minimum of what's required of you during that time because why? You need to rest. Your value is not directly responsible for your productivity in society. I'm going to say it again. Your value, your worth is never determined by your ability to be productive. That is colonizer language. You were born to be. You weren't born to work. You were born to be. You were born to experience. You were born to have fun, to play, to create. You were not born to clock in. You were not born to be a slave. Which is why the best way for you to take your power back is to put the phone down that they so desperately want you addicted to, because you can't improve your circumstances if this is all you do. Go into your phone. How many watch hours did you have? I'm serious. We're really fucking getting into this because you don't understand how it's all connected. You're looking so deep in your phone, sometimes 8 to 10, 12 plus hours a day because you're just looking for love. You're looking for love. You're looking for something to validate you, to make you feel like you're worthy, to give you value. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Playing into the colonizer's hands when you do this. I want to feel loved. I want to feel loved. I want to feel friends. I want to feel connected. I want to be a part of something special. You are something special. Put your phone down. Go look in the mirror. How many push-ups can you do? I don't know. Probably a lot. I've been slowly working on cleaning my room. I've just been doing little bits here and there instead of all at once and overwhelming myself. Exactly, Nightmare Fuel Studios. There is absolutely a different way for everybody to do it. There just is. You know? Not gonna lie, it's an easy escape from IRL stress for me, but I feel my best when I'm in nature. Same, Nora Yasmin. But how many times are you gonna choose to scroll on your phone over going on that walk? Oh wait. She's right. Value isn't determined by money, it's determined by how good looking. Oh, I hate how valid that is in today's society. Oh my God. But here's the thing. You want to know the cool thing about human beings? If enough people just choose to reprioritize what's important to them, the whole world will shift. Which is why my dragon guardians tell me heal thyself to heal thy world. And we're going to change the world one brain at a time. We're going to change the world one heart at a time. We're going to change the world one spirit at a time. Okay? But it first starts with you. If you want to see a world full of love, unconditional love and connection and unity, you got to create that within you first. And love and connection and unity within you looks like the most brilliant, sparkly qualities of yourself hand in hand with the most ugly, hard to look at qualities of yourself. I brought nature to my room. I healed a bit of my inner teen when I got my hog nose. Also, I'm doing laundry and then I'm a walk. Pinky promise. Hell yeah. I need to do my room as my cat is about to have kittens. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting though, Jeanette. That'll be super exciting, but guess what? If you can't clean your room for yourself, then clean your room for your cat, you know? I remember when Keisha was passing away, who's my kitten, who I first had, my black cat. She's no longer with us. May she rest in paradise. But towards the end of her life, it was hard for her. I was depressed for other reasons and having a hard time doing anything, but she was actively dying and it was my responsibility to take care of her, and I could not clean my room for myself, but I could clean my room for her. Vex isn't gonna walk that scam. Oh no. Oh no, Pixar, it didn't happen. More than I'm willing to admit, but I really do go for walks. But sometimes I'm just so physically tired. Exactly, Nora. But if you're just so physically tired, then we have to be proactive, right? Like, where do your habits come from? Don't work against where your natural inclinations are. If you know that when you get home after work or something like that and you're gonna be tired, don't expect yourself to go on a nature walk. The fuck? Like, literally just like maybe step outside of your house and sit like on the hood of your car, or literally sit somewhere in your neighborhood for just 5 minutes and enjoy the breeze. Like, it doesn't have to be so serious. You can even just open your damn window. What a concept. What a concept. Or you could bring a plant inside. You could literally buy a plant, bring it inside, and use it to start cultivating your connection with nature. You know? I can do stuff for anyone but myself. Oh man. And that usually comes from growing up in an environment where we saw everybody else doing everything for everybody else and not doing anything from themselves. You know? But I don't really know what you're talking about, full robotic form, because we're having a whole conversation here and it's a great time. So what I will say though is that the reason why I come on these lives is because I can't really have these conversations with people in my real life. I just can't. No one can keep up. Yeah. Sometimes I can talk to it with my dad and my boyfriend, but you have to understand that, like, one, my boyfriend's honestly just like a really busy man. Like, he's just like really passionate about his work, and he's really passionate about helping the people that he works with, and it's one of my favorite qualities about him. But on the flip side of that is, like, you know, I've been in codependent relationships my whole life, and this is my first healthy relationship, and so it's kind of weird that, like, in the way that my past partners would always, like, need to be around me and on my arm and, like, in my business, and I grew to be used to that and comfortable with that, the relationship I'm in now, no. I have to regulate myself. Yeah. If I were to freak out every single time I felt like he didn't care about me because he's busy for his work, would have lost the relationship. And it's just because, like, I have never been shown what healthy love looks like. So I've had to learn that the hard way, you know? Show us your browser history. The game is won or lost before either team steps onto the field. If you are too tired when it's game time, it's because you failed to prepare beforehand. Yes, Pepe, I really believe that. This is why I'm, like, a huge advocate for being proactive about your mental health, because that's the only way I was ever able to recover. I have to look into the future and be like, okay, when X, Y, and Z happens, I know I'm not going to do this or that or this. So what can I set up? What can I premeditate to set up in place for when I get to those points in my life, because I know they'll come, or when I have an autistic meltdown, because I know it'll happen? What can I do? So now when I have an autistic meltdown, instead of me just writhing in pain and losing control until it's over, my boyfriend and I, we have a system. If I start to have a meltdown, he comes to me, he comforts me, he gives me hugs, he puts his hand on me, gives me nice words, you know? But then guess what? He will help me get my headphones, my noise canceling headphones. He'll get me my comfort blanket, and he'll help me get into a space where I can just decompress. But we have had to have so many ugly fights to learn that, because he wasn't shown healthy love either, and either was I. But guess what? We aren't bad people. We aren't. We're good people. We have unconditional love for everybody in our hearts because we believe God is love. Okay? And because of that, I've actually never had a relationship where God was a part of it. And this is the first time that I've ever experienced that. And that has brought me so much love. That has brought me so much healing. James Diamond, can I join your live stream? I don't have it set to where people can join me today, but I will do a live stream where you guys can come hang out with me soon. But you know, like it's just about the kind of relationship that you want, and sometimes you really have to focus on that, because especially the internet is going to condition you to believe what you deserve or what love is supposed to look like. If he wanted to, he would. You know what I mean? Like if she doesn't look like that, then she's not worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is so ugly energy. Like, ew. Like, ew. Like, please don't take everything you see about relationships for fact on the internet. Especially if it's talking about divine masculine and divine feminine bullshit. Ew. I'm guilty of talking about it too, but ew. Okay? That polarity between men and women was invented to oppress women. We've been learning this in our studies of the first sex, okay? That's why Rosie says real, true, unconditional love in your life only comes to you once you cultivate the boundaries around you, once you give birth to the dragon around your castle to protect the fairy princess inside of you. That is when you will start seeing miracles happen. Heal thyself to heal thy world. If I may ask, how did you realize you were in a healthy relationship? I feel like if I'm in one, I won't know, or I'll feel uncomfortable. I'll self-sabotage. Nora Yasmin, I knew I was in a healthy relationship because I was self-sabotaging. I've never done that in a relationship before. Never. In my relationships before, I was the light. I was the breadwinner. I was the one making shit happen. In this relationship, if he's on the phone for too long with a woman who he works with, I feel like he's cheating on me. That's how I knew I was the problem. Because what in the fresh fuckery was that? And I had to really be like, oh my God, why do I feel like he's cheating on me when he's just doing his job? What is wrong with me? Like, I literally was like, help, dear Lord, help. What's happening? You know? And then I had to realize that, like, if someone's gonna cheat on you, let them. Oh, that was the hardest. Which is why Rosie tells me there cannot be light without darkness. Let me cook. This is how I got over my cheating phobia, and I still have to go through this. Sometimes I still get triggered and I have to return to this practice because it's so, I've been through a lot, okay? When I feel triggered, like someone is cheating on me, Rosie told me the only appropriate response is I don't care. Let me say that again. When I was triggered, feeling like I was being cheated on, my knee-jerk reaction had to change from I feel like I'm dying, my world is ending, to I don't care. And now, I don't care what anyone in my life is up to. I don't. If you want to be busy and talk to other people, go do that. I'm not gonna waste my energy anymore trying to control people. And I still get caught in these patterns, and I have to really consciously pull myself out of it because I've been so conditioned for so many years. You know? I'll see y'all later if y'all are still on. And to bounce off to Azura is correct. When you're in a healthy relationship, you tend to self-sabotage and destroy everything. Exactly, Fex Typer. And I've had some conversations with my boyfriend where I'm really uncomfortable to share this, but Rosie says I need to. Okay. This is really vulnerable for me. I don't really open up about this kind of stuff on the internet. I'm really trying to fix my... Dude, sorry. My literal tripod is like living on a prayer these days. Okay. This is... I am being told to share this with you. I recently had a conversation with my boyfriend where he basically said, you tell me what to do when these very triggering things happen to you, and I do them, and you push me away. And no matter what, it's like never good enough. And so I just don't really know. And you know what he said to me? He was like, maybe we just have to accept the fact that I am not capable of meeting those needs of yours. A man said that to me? A man said that to me. A man said that to me. A man said that to me. And then he said, these like emotional meltdowns when you point the finger at me like I'm not a good enough boyfriend for you, it's not good for me. And if it keeps happening, you're gonna ruin the relationship. That conversation is when I realized I was in a really healthy relationship. Really healthy relationship. Not perfect. No, we're humans. The fuck? Perfect is for paradise. What? Life is messy as a human. Do you think some zodiac signs belong together because on TikTok it says Cancer and Aries belong together? Look, I don't believe in any of that. I know that some people might like subscribe to that, and like sometimes I'll see things where it says like Aries and Aquarius are like a match made in heaven, and look, while I love how much those things stroke my ego and make me feel like I'm in a good relationship, I just feel like it's a little superficial and it misses the nuance, right? Like, for example, I've had a lot of trauma from Libras in my life, and so when anyone says they're a Libra, I like kind of get flashbacks to the Libras I dated. But that's a me thing. So I don't really believe in that kind of like thing. I'm not used to being treated well in relationships, but when I am, I doubt and panic and avoid. It's like an unconscious reaction. I don't know. I know it's wrong. How do I heal myself, Nora? Nora. I love your name, by the way. Okay. Rosie, how can we help Nora? Let me just look at your relationships. Okay. How can we help Nora, Rosie? The biggest issue for people who've been in toxic relationships, especially been abused by either their like romantic partners or by their parents or family at a young age, is the fact that hold on, I'm just like really trying to like focus on the visual I'm getting and trying to break down the symbolism. Okay, what I'm getting is when we're in these relationships that have harmed us, it creates a paradox within us. A deep need for love, intimacy, and connection, and a simultaneous deep fear of it as well. To heal yourself, ask yourself, are you more afraid of love and connection and intimacy? Or are you more afraid of living without it? Sprinkles love in your fruity pebbles. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people who treat astrology like Nazis treat genetics. Too many people judging others based on their zodiac signs. Thank you, Nightmare Fuel Studios. I can't do it. It's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. But yeah, I hope that helps, Nora, because the reality is like, for me, the reason why I get so upset and triggered in my relationship with my boyfriend is because I want to feel close and loved and connected and intimate with him as much as possible, because it feels good, right? It feels good to be close to somebody that you love and that loves you back. But here's the thing. I also simultaneously, when he makes initiations to, you know, be close, sometimes I push him away because of my trauma. And it's like, oh, if I'm not like ready in my brain, I shut down and I get scared. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll literally snap at him, or I'll put like all of these like prerequisites on how to, you know, initiate intimacy, that it's just like sometimes. And by intimacy, I don't mean like sex specifically. I'm just talking about being close, right? Like I'm talking like in any sense of the word, right? Like I'm talking about like cuddling, or like deep conversations, or like sharing your fears, or sharing your hopes, or, you know, crying in front of each other. Things like that, that's what I mean by intimacy, right? But, you know, like sexual things too. But like it really is just all of that, you know, that you would reserve for your romantic partner, if you will. And like, it's gotten to the point to where it's like, in the past, he was like, look, I don't want to trigger you so much. I think, you know, when you feel the desire to be intimate, you let me know. And if I feel the desire, I'll let you know. I won't just like, you know, show up on your doorstep, you know? And at first, I felt like a piece of shit when he said that. And I was like, no, but that's not like a really good relationship. Like that's not like healthy or whatever. But like my traumatized brain didn't realize how healthy that actually was. My traumatized brain didn't realize that he was respecting my boundaries. He wasn't shaming me for not being able to meet his needs. In my past, I would be shamed for not being able to meet the needs of my partners or my family members. That's not love. That's not love. That will never be love. That is manipulation. That is control. That is honestly sometimes evil. Thank you. I don't think I can live without it, and I think I just have to make a conscious effort to realize this, and it's okay to feel vulnerable and close with someone without the fear of it. Yes, Nora, let me tell you. I did a video a little bit earlier. I did a live stream a while ago where it's like, you have a choice. When you've been hurt and you're afraid to be intimate, but it's all you crave, you have a choice. You can keep your walls built up around you and eventually ruin your relationship and sabotage it, or you can love them anyway. And I choose to love him anyway. Loving somebody fully, deeply, after you have gone through heartbreak or abuse or trauma or anything like that, you have to understand it's a courageous act of bravery. And you're a fucking badass. You're the badass when you choose to love someone anyway, despite what you've been through. That takes guts. That takes guts. That takes gall. That takes audacity to be like, no, I will not let my past define my current relationships. No, I will not let my past abuses, my past traumas, my past narratives determine the one of my future. I break those contracts. I call back my power. And it is safe for me to be loved. It is safe for me to be vulnerable. It is safe for me to love. Love is not a promise. Love is alone. Not like alone as in you're alone, it alone as in like a bank loan. Because the promise of love comes with the inevitable ending of separation. Till death do us part, baby. Eventually, every connection you have in this life will come to an end. Be it because they cut you off, you cut them off, or because somebody dies. Loving people is insane, which is why it is an act of bravery. It is a huge risk to love people, regardless of what you've been through. And every time you choose to open your heart to love people who are here for you now, instead of expecting the past to repeat itself with new people, that is an act of bravery. That is an act of radical self-love, of choosing, I don't care if my love is reciprocated or not. I'm here to give it away the way I see fit, because my love is mine to give, to me or to anyone else. Yes, I have given my love recklessly to people in the past, and it has stabbed me in the back, has almost cost me my life. It has cost me time, years that I'll never get back. I can choose to look at that as a bad thing, right? Or I can choose to look at it as a lesson of how to better carry myself in the next relationship that I have. You know? When you choose to love somebody and be vulnerable with somebody after you've been through something, that is a radical act. Do you understand? Do you understand? Please, when you love people, don't love people with an expectation of reciprocity, because that is not love. Love is a gift. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm literally in tears. This is so helpful. I'm so grateful. I never tell this to anyone. I feel a sense of freedom right now. You are so amazing. Thank you for not judging me. I would never judge you, Nora. I would never judge you, Nora. And anyone who ever judges any of you guys, I'll literally fucking beat the shit out of them. Because there's no room for that in the reality that I'm living in. No. Judgment is reserved for predators. Period. Judgment is reserved for abusers. Period. Okay? Judgment is not for the abused. Judgment is not for the oppressed. No ma'am. No ma'am, no sir. Okay? No ma'am, no sir. The future is a mystery. The past is history, and today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I love that saying, Lance of Dance. It's one of my favorites. Because it's so true. And that's what my dragon guardians tell me. All I have is right now. You know, so many people want to be like, oh, the world's gonna end, oh this, oh that. You adopt a belief that the world is gonna end. You adopt a belief that we're going into the apocalypse. That is self-harm. Do you understand me? Rosie said that is an act of self-hate, of self-harm, when you accept that that's your reality. No. No. Hope doesn't look like a pretty little princess fairy dancing around in pink and sparkly rainbows. No. Hope has blood on her face. Hope has dirt under her nails. Hope has scrapes all over her body, and she just spit out a tooth to get back up again. That's what hope looks like. And sometimes having hope looks like the love of your life initiating intimacy with you, and your whole entire body is screaming, no, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. And you literally just have to, it is safe to be loved and touched. I am safe in his arms. Whew, that one really kills me, still to this day. Love is an element because when it is incorporated into any part of reality, it yields transformation for the better. For the better. It brings people back to life. Love is an element because it heals people. It heals people. There's this girl that I follow on TikTok. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she is a scene queen. And one of her videos went viral because she was sitting at a festival with an autistic kid. I really hope I can remember her name, but the way that she was just there for that autistic kid. I gotta find this video, hold on. I'm about to show you what real fucking love looks like. I have to find it. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? What's her name? It's not Cosmic Kitty. Is it, hold on. What is her name? Oh my god. I'm so sorry, this is taking me a second. Hold on. Why can I not find this video? It's killing me. I really hope I can find it, but I'm really struggling, guys. I don't remember. It was basically this girl was at, like, I know I have it like on my reblogs, but basically this girl was at like a festival, and she just basically saw somebody who was autistic getting overwhelmed, and she literally just was so present with him. Yeah, I found it. Okay, this is what real love looks like. Rosie wants me to show you this. Her name is, what's her name? Claude Beauty. Her name is Claude Beauty. We love Claude Beauty. Okay, here's the video. Hold on, you can like not see my phone. Hold on. This is what real love looks like. Do you want to hold my hand? You're okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You are deserving of love and connection. And so many people have been shamed so much for being different, especially if they're autistic, especially if they're neurodivergent, especially if they're Black, especially if they're Indigenous, especially if they're Asian, especially if they're Arab. All we need is to treat each other like this. You're not doing anything wrong. I'm happy you're here. Enjoy yourself. This is everybody in the world who's hurting. And she represents the angels, the earth angels that are here to help it get better. We cry on this channel. I hope you guys know that. It's just what happens, okay? But it's like, love is an emotional thing. Love isn't real if it doesn't move you. You know? Because sometimes true love, to really feel loved, to be loved is to be seen. To be loved is to be held. To be loved is to be considered. To be loved is to be transformed. We need more people like Claude Beauty. I love her content so much. She's so positive and overflowing with love. I adore Claude Beauty. Like, if there's one creator that I want to collab with more than anyone, Claude Beauty. Truly. You want to know why? Because my dragon guardians tell me this is what we need you to be. You have been so depressed, so angry, so high strung up for so long, and it's because people have planted evil, awful things inside of your heart. Purify yourself. Purify yourself. Purify yourself by opening your heart to the suffering of others and look at them. Look at their suffering. Witness them. Understand them as best as you can. Offer a hand. Like Claude Beauty did. Get on the ground, hold their hand sometimes. We love a girl that is unapologetically herself. Hells yeah. Can I ask you about your guardians? I don't know anything, but I want to meet mine if I have any. I do have a guided meditation, a live guided meditation to meet your guardians. But the truth is that if you are on my, this is what my dragon guardians tell me. If you're on my channel, you already have dragons around you that want to connect with you. That is why you found me, okay? Like, that is just how it works here, okay? And so try to not think so much of how to get it done. How does it work? How do I do this? How do I do that? And just switch it from how do I to let's try this. Let's try that. Did that work? Could I make it better? What about this technique? What about that guided meditation? What about that practice? Approach it like that. Approach it like that. Because that is the way children approach their lives. Do you think children approach their lives of, how do I walk? How do I climb? How do I play? Do they ask? No. They fucking try. They're gonna get up and wobble and fall over. They're gonna get up and wobble and fall over. They're gonna fail and fail and fail until they can walk. And all of you guys out there who can walk went through that same experience as a child. You already have that in you. All of us who can walk. There's other things similar to this, right? For like people who may have disabilities, but I'm just using this example for argument's sake, if you will. But it's just kind of like that, you know? Christy, good to see you. Welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Yeah. Okay. We are talking about how love is an element today. We have Rosie here in the chat. I'm channeling my fairy dragon guardian today, so if you have any questions for Rosie, let me know. Tim Rivera, welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather. Yeah. Okay. needed a little comedic break there. Been a really intense little second. My eyes are kind of killing me with all this light in my face, so I'm gonna look a little nerdy for a second. But yeah, I hate the ring light reflection. That's so annoying. Good, Sigma Riz. Don't try to stop yourself from crying. It's so good to release. Get comfortable with crying, okay? Like, it's good for you. I want you to have those experiences. Some of the best experiences were coming from seeing a video that made me feel seen on the internet and made me feel like I could love myself again, made me feel like I had hope for my life again, made me feel like I can have the reality I want, because that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I know the glasses are a little silly. Tell Pickle Chips hello. Pickle Chips is not with us today. We have Rosie today, but I'm sure Pickle Chips loves you guys every day of the week. But yeah, you know, cause like, okay. Hi, Rosie. She says hi to all the peoples. I love your name, by the way. It's so pretty. And comedic break is welcome because I've been literally sobbing. Yeah, no, it's okay, Nora. I'm like doing my best to not cry too much in this stream because it's really, like, the downloads are really heavy. I feel like this stream is really healing a lot of our inner children, if you will. Because I think a lot of us really have experienced neglect, I would say in a severe manner, and it to this day affects our ability to have healthy relationships and to love ourselves and care for ourselves. You know, I know everyone has their own opinions about what magic is, but what is magic to you? Interesting. I would say magic is the energy that we raise with our willpower, that when directed to a specific outcome, brings about change, brings about a desired reality or a desired effect. That's what magic is to me. But also, magic to me is learning. Magic to me is God. That might be a hot take. Magic to me is dragons and fairies and all of that. There's a lot of things that I could say. I think love is magic too, arguably. But my guardians tell me that magic is kind of an element too. Does that make sense? Yeah. We might have to do a deep dive on that one, because that one seemed pretty legit. Years ago, I did a meditation to meet my fairy companion, but I didn't take it seriously and brushed it off. Turns out my experience was real and my fairy companion had been waiting for me. What can I do to make it up to my fairy companion? That's a great question. Excuse me. Rosie, what can we do to connect with our fairy companions, especially if we may have dropped the ball previously in that connection? You have to create space for them to dwell in your house. Fairies love offerings. Please give them milk and honey. Goat milk. I'm getting goat milk and honey. Or raw cow's milk and honey. They want open energy. Clean your room. That's how you're gonna make it up to them. Clean your house into a space that's completely transformed, that makes them feel welcomed and proud of you. And that's how you make it up to them. Why? Why is it all about cleaning the rooms? Why is it all about cleaning the rooms? Hold the fuck up. I have to know. We store shame in our clutter. Dear God, I was not ready for that one. Well. And trauma. Oh, okay. That checks out. The clutter in your life is because you're burying your shame and your trauma in it. And when you have to clean, when you actually go through the act of cleaning, that is a regulation process that is going to make you face some of your mental health issues. And that's an experience nobody wants to deal with for the most part. I'm working on cleaning my room. I'll leave offerings after I get it presentable. Leave offerings outside of your door. Molly, you look scared. Well, at least I don't look ugly. let me stop. That was spicy. Okay. I digress. What? How does one look scared? Oh, sorry. Let me just let me stop. Welcome to your daily dose of dragon feather, Molly. Oh geez, Sarah! I saw a dragon in my sleep. I saw green, beautiful eyes and a pink fluorescent color with scales. It was so vivid and pleasant. I got so excited. I woke up from seeing that vision. Hell yeah, Christy. I have so many dragon dreams that make me so excited. I just woke up. I'm going to have to leave offerings in my room because of my living condition at the moment, unfortunately. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You know, even when like you can even sing to them to offer them things. Nightmare. Like you can you can just like offer them conversation too, you know. That's I think a really underrated one. Rosie, the fairy dragon I work with, she loves it when I offer her conversation or when I offer her singing, right? Hecate has been trying to connect with me and I don't know what to do, question mark. I'm not really the person to ask about connecting with like deities, like gods or goddesses. My specialty is truly dragons. But I do recommend doing research about Hecate and doing research about how to start working with them. Like, how well are you familiar with the mythology about Hecate? Are you familiar with her origins? Are you familiar with the potential gods and goddesses she's derivative from? Things like that. Like, just learn the history, if that makes sense. So, there's that. There's that. Can dragon spirits appear around me like face to face? Yes. Yes, they can. For some people, that's the only way they'll appear to them. But for some people, they won't appear that way at all. It's really just different, right? So, like, it just depends on, like, the best way you'll receive your dragon guardians is usually the way that they'll come to you. Like, for me, the best way for me to receive my dragon guardians is through channeling and through divination and through dreaming. That's gonna be the best for me. Watermelon rat! Sorry if this is off topic, but what is the difference between magic versus magic and fairy versus fairy? Okay, that's a really good question. Okay, so watermelon rat. Magic with a K versus magic without a K. MAGIC is going to be associated with stage magic, sleight of hand, and Hollywood magic, right? Fairy tale, fantasy magic, fireball from my wand kind of magic, right? But magic with the K is the craft of the wise, or witchcraft, right? It is the chanting, it is the spell casting, it is the spell workings, the candle magic, it is the shadow work, the bookbinding, it is the cursing, the hexing, it is the healing, the love spells. It's all of that. That is the difference. Now the difference between fairy, F-A-E, and fairy, F-A-I-R-Y, fairy, F-A-I-R-Y, was created by colonizers to diminish the power of the Fae, or the Tuatha De Danann. They might be similar, they might not be, depending on who you ask. Okay? But fairy with a F-A-E is going to be the spiritual, higher vibrational entity that is not small and pixie looking like Tinkerbell. Okay? The Tinkerbell fairy or pixie is very much an image created to diminish the power of the Fae. Okay? But the Fae is a specific umbrella term for a type of spiritual entity. Just like dragons are like a specific type of spiritual entity, if that makes sense. Love your glasses, thank you. They're to protect you from blue light so you don't damage your vision. Not a prescription. I definitely recommend these, especially if you work on the phone all the time. Maybe not scared, but we've been talking about some heavy topics, so maybe Molly interpreted as fear. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That's very true. I mean, I have been scared. I'm not scared. I have been crying a little bit, so that's very possible. Let's see. Just want to make sure I'm caught up with this chat. I know a lot of her, and recently she's been popping up everywhere to me. Well, then here's what I recommend. Tim Rivera. I used to work with the only in-person coven I've ever been a part of. Hecate was probably what I would say the matron goddess of the coven I was in, and the best way to work with her, especially if you want to initiate working with Hecate, I guess I would just say leave her an offering at a crossroads. And if she's meant to be in your life, she'll show up. And if not, you'll just never hear from her again. That's kind of how it works, at least in my experience. One way to honor Hecate is to study practices from multiple cultures and religions. She's one of those deities like Odin who loves for us to educate ourselves. Yes, yes, yes. OMG, I still remember a dream I had. I was in a cave with a pure white dragon. I was laying down, and I was laying beside it, and it blanketed me with its wing. I woke up crying so hard and still don't know. Lance of Dragons, do you want me to like completely blow your mind? There is passages in they're like Hebrew texts that basically reference Yahweh or God, literally God, being a dragon, and you will find refuge in the shade of his wings. Yeah. Yeah. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That dream that you had, my friend, it's giving chills on Azura Dragon Feather. That's crazy. I could just imagine little dragons running around my house playing. Honestly, same. I'm currently watching Doctor Strange while you're talking about magic. That's so fun. I don't think I've seen Doctor Strange, but no, yeah, I have. It was a while ago though. Let's see. Is Hecate a goddess of witchcraft? Yes, she is. She also is a triple moon goddess, so that's part of the reason why I have this, is because Hecate was a huge part of my life, and I like triple goddess, like Maiden, Mother, and Crone goddesses. I'm like obsessed. It's really good. DeForest Morgan, welcome to your daily dose of Dragon Feather. Love the stream. I have to go, but I'm subscribing so I can come back. I love your energy. It's so magnetic. Bye, Nora. Oh my gosh, love you so much. Thank you for subscribing and becoming hatchling. You can never leave. No, I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want, but we love you forever. What's your horoscope? I don't really do horoscopes. It's not really my thing. The weirdest dream I ever had was the sky turned gold and there was gold specks as well, and the grass and everything turned gold. Did you know that in Celtic mythology, they had sacred golden relics that, quote, fell from the sky? Are you Celtic by any chance? Is it giving ancestors trying to contact you? I don't know. I'm just a girl who follows her dragons. That's it. That's all we do here. I recently had a dream involving a red rabbit, and I'm trying to figure out what that means. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I really don't know about that one. How do you develop clairvoyance? Because I want to see spirits, because I don't want to be ignorant of my surroundings. Gabriel, Rosie, how do we develop our clairvoyance? You gotta clear out your channel, make better decisions, detox your body, eat things that'll elevate you as best as you can, create a space that makes it easier for you to tune in with yourself and your spirit team. And this vision, I'm getting like a visual of exercise, honestly. That's very peculiar to me. You want to actually like do some form of exercise, even if it's just like walking or stretching, because that kind of a daily practice builds self-confidence. And the true lack of psychic abilities comes from a lack of confidence in them. If that makes sense. Well, my family is of Irish descent, but I wouldn't call myself Irish. I'm not necessarily referring Irish. I'm saying like Celtic in general, and even Europe. Like if you go back far enough, like Europe before Britain was very Celtic, right? Like, so I'm talking about like Scotland, Wales, Denmark, Germany, perhaps, Ireland, England, that area. What do you think of the Leviathan as he's a dragon sea serpent? Oh, 100%. Yeah. Pickle Chips tells me that Leviathan is real and the government is trying to get the fuck away. Yeah. I'm currently pacing around my room because I never stay in one spot. You sound like my boyfriend. He's literally always pacing. That's like his thing. I'm pretty sure it's like a neurodivergent thing. It's like a stim sometimes to like walk and pace. It like helps some people think. Last week I had a dream about plants all around me and a stream. When I put my foot in the water, I became a plant. I want to be a plant sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be cool to be a tree. But I'm not really sure about that one. I had a dream where I saw a castle of Asgard in the distance from a village. Oh, I wish. I pace when I need to think about something, so it's definitely a Disney thing. Yeah. When I'm like doing like client calls or when I'm doing like coaching sessions, I fucking walk everywhere. Like, I don't know, man. I like can't do it when I'm sitting still. Like, it's just not, it doesn't work that way. It just really doesn't work that way. But I am getting close to dinner time, so I am just going to give us one last channeled message from Rosie before I have to skadoodly-doo for dinner time. But I feel called to grab this crystal. And this one. Wait, hold on. Is it in this part? Hold on. This is my little one of my little crystal bags. Hold on. I'm just grabbing some of my crystals out. We have this one's pretty cute. This one's like an aura one, but it's kind of hard to see, not the crystal I'm about to use. So I wanted to grab my rhodochrosite and my rose quartz. So this is probably my favorite piece, my favorite rose quartz tower, because it was a gift from my boyfriend and he like bought it for me at Venice Beach, and it was like in the very beginning of our relationship, like one of the first times we ever like met in person, because we had a long distance relationship before we met in person. And it's just like one of my favorite crystals for tapping into love energy. And then I have this one, which is rhodochrosite. You guys might really like this one. Are you guys familiar with rhodochrosite? This is actually a fossilized piece of wood. If you don't know me, I'm obsessed with collecting fossilized, crystallized wood. I can't stop. And this is a piece of wood. You can see a little log that over time turned into rhodochrosite. And this is one of my favorite crystals to use for channeling Rosie. So I thought that looked like a log. It does look like a little log. Do you like my little crystal log? I'm going to sit on my stump. Go ahead, take your seat. That's what it looks like to me. I thought it looked like steak. The forbidden steak. We actually had an old negative of one of his portraits. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. My grandmother always said we were Irish and Scandinavian, and my other grandmother says we were Irish and we had a native chief somewhere far back, a descendant. My grandfather married a native chief. We actually had an old negative of one of his portraits. Yeah, honestly, I would really kind of maybe tap into that history, you know what I mean? Hi from North Cal, Nugs Monet. Hi from SoCal, and welcome back to your daily dose of dragon feather, my friends. Rothian Van, the moon dragons in connection to forests and wooden artifacts sometimes remind me of Nihog. I can't say it. Nihog? Nidog. Dear God. I know that's like a Nordic name or something like that, right? Nom nom wood. It's really good, I promise. Oh my gosh. That just gave me an amazing idea. I should do an ASMR where I'm a dragonkin eating crystals. That would be a really funny video. Okay, I would subscribe. Okay, anyway. Let me just give this like last closing message before we get out, because I do have to go to dinner. But Oh, also, I just want to like let you guys know that I probably won't be live tomorrow because it is my 5-year anniversary with my boyfriend. You could eat Pop Rocks and rock candy. That's exactly what I was thinking of, DeForest. But my boyfriend and I have our 5-year anniversary tomorrow, so I probably won't be live. And if I do go live tomorrow, it will be with him. So I will definitely be back on the 20th for sure. But no, that's okay, Rebel Child Witchery. It's good to see you. Good to see you. We're about to do one final message of, one final channeled message from Rosie, because it's dinner time for me. But other than that, it's giving Spike. Yeah, exactly. Lance of Dance. Okay. Let us do this. Okay. Okay. Ready? Rosie, what are your closing messages for the hatchlings and I today for the live? Remember, kids, love is supposed to make you feel alive. If the love doesn't make you feel alive, it's not love. It's something else. Remember, love is the reason we come to this planet. I don't care what anyone else says. Love is the reason. Unconditional love is the reason. The best experiences on this planet are tinted with love. Always. Whether that be you experiencing love from your dragons, love from your gods or goddesses or ancestors, love from your significant other, your parents, your friends, your family. But most importantly, we come to this planet to learn to love ourselves. That is why the whole world is so hell-bent on making you hate yourself. Because when you hate yourself, you become profitable. You are profitable. You'll buy things. You'll do things. You'll go places. That if you loved yourself truly, deeply, and focused on that first, just wouldn't really hit the same now, would it? Everything in this world is geared towards to make you hate yourself and hate each other because it makes you stupid and easy to control. Please shut the fuck up. Go look in the mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself. Figure out a routine to make yourself really believe that shit and keep being consistent at it, because that's the only way you're gonna see real change over time. Because look how much you have changed over time with shitty beliefs about yourself, with hateful talk to yourself. Look how much you've changed because of that over time. And you think that you can't change in a positive way over time if you choose to put love in place of hate? Compassion in place of judgment? Unity in place of separation? Come on, we all know you're better than that. I know you're better than that. And your spirit teams do too. So stop kidding yourself. Stop kidding yourself. Romantic love in the way that it's relentlessly pushed today was created to stop you from overthrowing your oppressors. Wake up. Love yourself first. Because how the hell are you gonna love anybody else? But some of the best love you will ever experience comes when you feel like you are unworthy of love and yet someone chooses to love you anyway. When someone else in your life feels unworthy of love and you choose to love them anyway, that is a heroic act. That is real chivalry. Truly. You want to be a king on the planet Earth? Well, anyone can be a king. You can only be a king if you have love in your heart as the compass that guides you. A real king protects his people. Or should I say, a real king protects her people. A real king defends what's precious until the bitter end. A real king goes down with the city. A real king is at the front of the line, leading the legion. But sometimes before you can influence anyone else, before you can lead anyone else, before you do any of that, you have to first learn how to do it to yourself. You have to influence yourself first. How in the world do you think, how could Azura ever be here to help you if she wasn't able to influence herself to get on camera? If Azura couldn't influence herself to get on camera the way that she does, you would never know her. How do you need to influence yourself to get on camera in your life? It doesn't have to be the internet. Getting on camera for you might look like hitting the books. Getting on camera for you might look like hitting the gym. Whatever it is, you already know in your heart of hearts what that looks like for you. What does loving yourself look like? Listen to your body. They will tell you. Ask your body, what do you need? How can I love you today? How can I take care of you today? How can I uplift you today? Your body will tell you, I promise. Azura did this today. How can I love you today? To her body. Her body said, clean your room. Her body said, do laundry. I want clean clothes. Her body said, take a shower. I want fresh skin. You will not experience the love you seek if you feel like it is something that has to be given to you. If you feel like it's something that's outside of you. No. No, 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 no. Your thoughts, you don't generate your thoughts. No. You are a receiver and transmission of thoughts. But what you are is a generator of love. Love power. You are a generator of love power or hate power. Or meh power. What do you want? Do you want the love power? Do you want the hate power? Or do you want the meh power? Because I think we all know you guys want that love power. But you have to tap into that. How do you think an earth witch becomes an earth witch? By working with water? No. By getting her hands in the dirt. By digging. By planting. By growing. By harvesting. It's no different with love. How do you become a loving person? Find reasons about yourself, your reality, and those around you to love. Especially when it's hardest. Because the hardest ones to love are the ones who need it the most. And sometimes you might feel so hard to love because you need it the most. But guess what? No matter who you fall in love with, I promise you, you will always be the greatest love of your life. You will always be the greatest love of your life. And if you prioritize the love of your life being you first, if you prioritize marrying you first, if you prioritize making that promise, giving yourself a promise ring to you first, everything else in your life will simply fall into place. You have to plug yourself into your own computer. You have to hook up your monitor to your computer, or you will never see anything on the screen. If you hook up your monitor to someone else's computer, sweetheart, you are not the one operating the system. Stop giving your love power away to other people and plug it into your heart, because when you plug it into your heart, your love power, that's what's going to enable you to overflow and give it to everyone else in your life. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream. I had so much fun with you guys. It's been so much fun. I had so much fun going live with Rosie. It was so new for us. I was kind of nervous that she wasn't really gonna pull up, just because she is one of the most timid like guardians that I work with. But now I'm really grateful. So thank you, Rosie, for choosing to spend some of your day with us today. And thank you, hatchlings, for choosing to spend some of your day with me today, because I could just be talking to myself. If you guys weren't here, Rosie cooked. Yeah, she did. Hell yeah, she did. Rosie up and you're telling me like it is. Yeah, hell yeah. You know, so please remember that love is an element and you can use that element to change your life. Please know that love is an element and you can cast it upon yourself too. Please know that love is an element and you are worthy of wielding it. You are worthy of receiving it and you are worthy of giving it. Okay? So with that being said, until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky little hatchlings. But until next time, blessed be and bye.